Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Zelda Speedruns, where today we have for you all the OoTR Season 6 Tournament Losers Bracket Round 2, DocHeaps versus Rafa. Joining me today on commentary, we've got Star and we've got Melqui. How are you two doing?
Doing all right, you, Mel?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm excited to see this matchup, of course. Had a lot of very exciting races this week and hoping that we can continue that this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Got ourselves DocHeaps and Rafa, too. Heaps, of course, longtime member of the community. Rafa, a little newer, but both excellent runners, 54th and 33rd seats here. Uh, Should be a good race here in Losers Round 2.
Yeah, Rafa, the higher seed here, but if you're looking at kind of the rest of these stats, you can see that of the races they have participated in, Keeps has, outperformed Rafa 6-3, so it should be a really good match. Having watched a lot of their play here, I think they're more evenly matched than their seeding might imply. We've
I
talked
would
about that
think
a
so
lot
as
over
well.
this.
So, as well, looking at their race history so far, so the last turn match is a little bit out of date. Rafa beat Dubedecker in Winners Round 1, lost to What the Hell's Happened in Winners Round 2. Heaps over here on the other side lost to Sora in round 1 and then beat Earl Weird in Losers round 1 to get here. So it's been a really, really tough tournament this year. A lot of good runners, a lot of surprises of seeding in all directions, and should be a good match. Looks like we're starting with the Forest Medallion and Song of Time as adult.
Yeah, so Adult starts really nice with that Forest Medallion. We're gonna get another free song, which I suspect these runners are probably pretty happy about because Song of Time start is kind of bad.
It's not inspiring though, and looking at who the winner of this will face, that will be Riley, who took out Ecola in Losers Round 2 just recently, so plenty of good races to be had.
Yep.
And even someone in chat asking what's the fastest time for this set of randos so far? Season 6 settings at least, I think the fastest is probably something in the hour 40 something range. Rando bots have not been too kind, but a lot of these seats have been well over 2.5 hours, but we have had a few faster ones.
Yeah, I think that there was one earlier this week where the runners were in go under an hour. And so They just had to go through their dungeons.
Yep. So we'll see. This could be a jet seed, could be anything but a jet. We have no idea. We'll find out as, things happen. Which reminds me, while we wait for them to start, let's give our runners a follow, Heaps and Rafa, to my co-com Melqui, and to our two trackers, Sir Michael of Sealand and Lady Draco, as well as to my race monitor Snacks. There is Serenade on Prelude. And let's see, medallion check was DC, Shadow, Fire, Deku, Water, our remaining medallions.
Yeah, that's not a terrible dungeon layout. I personally, of course, don't like seeing fire on there ever, but realistically, alright, water and fire
OT is Prelude, River Chest is dead, Frogs 1 is dead, and 50 is Choose. So, not going to be hard to record all dungeons for the song today. Don't need 50 skulls, and River Chest and Frog 1 are nice to know.
Yeah. A lot of
not
those
the most useful setup hints of all time, though, I'll say.
Yeah, definitely not. But it's still, like you said, nice to know. Good to be able to know that maybe you don't have to rush River once you get storms, for example.
Yep. Not having Prelude does kind of suck, but they do have the adult spawn is vanilla in these settings, and they just got Serenade for child warp, so it's not the worst.
Yeah. Doc did pick up Serenade, yes.
Just need to have it marked on the tracker, as they both head for Adult CAC. You're pretty much standard opener here. Start as Adult, check your temporal type hints, get the song in this case since they start with the Forest Medallion, then go CAC River and see what you pick up. As man on roof here, giving us a recovery heart, keeps falling off, trying to climb on the roof. There we go. And graveyard is path to bongo. Okay.
Alright. Something that's not the song, hopefully.
We'll find out. First casting of the seed.
We do have a prediction going, if you want to bet on which of these runners is going to win this match. Looks like a couple of people have gone all in already. And yeah, nice early choose. We'll see how many we got.
Heart container in the windmill, might as well pick it up. It's this early and it's right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, not all in, just max points. And
sorry in the windmill. Long song frame. Also can't spell apparently. Keeps choosing to not pick up the heart container.
Yeah, that's an interesting decision, but honestly, with that Song of Time, maybe he opts to do it after Dompe race.
It's possible. Okay, irons for which we do need at some point for water temple, so that works.
Need, quote unquote.
At least don't have to worry about scales later.
Yeah, rush water with no way to get in the door.
And sorry about that. He's right. I'm technically a person restreaming, so I should be able to control of audio. Fix things up. Should be a lot better. Turn it down for myself. Forgot to turn it down for the restream. There we go. Nothing in Shield Grave. Looks like just a 5-pack of chews there from the back of Cac. That's unfortunate. I don't quite remember how many chews was on 50 skulls. I just know that there is a chew pack. I hope it wasn't the 20-pack, but I honestly have no idea.
Yeah, I think it was one of the 10s, but we'll have to see.
Chat confirming it was 10. Thank you.
Oh. Thanks, chat. You know, it's kind of surprising how far you can stretch 5 chews if you're being careful about it. So it'll be interesting to see how these runners decide to route this next segment. You know, they haven't found anything particularly appealing to stay adult, so going child might be a good option. But you might also take those 5 chews, go up the mountain, and then scum it back before you go child.
It's possible, yeah. Well, let's see. Unfortunately, 5 chews is just kind of awkward to decide what do I want to do with this.
Oh, an actual item? Maybe? No. I mean, kind of. We need that. Magic is nice to get early. Rafa apparently going to be farming a little cash here. Only needs 20 bucks to get a shield right away. Yep. And Heap's taking that Song of Time. I am guessing we'll be grabbing that heart container.
Seems like it now.
Rafa walking out has 80 bucks for a shield. I'm not going to waste a chew quite yet. Hey Jax, welcome in. Hello Raiders.
Okay, there we are. I think the bot's starting to sync up on commands. We do indeed already have Iron Boots. Hey, Jax. Iron Boots are, we're on adult and...
Yeah. Triple reminding us, Graveyard is path to Bongo Bongo, and we got magic there. Pretty convincing path. Is that lights or a strength?
No idea. And where was the magic since I apparently just completely missed it?
Dompe race?
Ah, yeah, makes sense. Was doing some restream and things, so just completely missed magic. Brains quite mildly, but let's see. Nothing on the wall. Don't need to use a chew on that.
Alright, it was a strength. And yep, straight into DC with that, I am sure.
Yep.
5 chews and a strength, that will get you through.
That will be close, but it will.
Heaps with 4 though. That is a tougher call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see what he chooses to do here.
Yeah. My guess is that what Heaps is going to do is what you see many runners do. Immediately open the eyes, save so that you can scum whatever chews from there you might need to use.
Yep. And here, Lake is path to King Dodongo, so that's probably where a bomb bag's gone off to. Thanks, game. Hit to King Dodongo in DC.
Love it.
So that one is not bomb block, you just need a strength for that. It's still pretty funny. Good spot, game. Great spot for that hit.
Yep. Heaps did not buy a shield immediately.
Nope. Steve's also reading that hit now for Lake Path to King Dodongo.
Mm-hmm.
Likely may route that in during their child segment. They can't, no real point to go there as adult currently, as they have nothing to do in Adult Lake.
Yep. Right. Oh, interesting. Heaps already skipping small chests. Ooh.
Yeah, so there's a hookshot. Still no scarecrow to use it with, though. I was gonna say we also don't have it. No scarecrow, no beans. To be planted, no scarecrow. And there's a hookshot, but still. Adult Lake, not really a thing right now.
Yeah, now we can do stuff in Adult Lake. Having that serenade will be nice for that.
Yep, just need to go stop by, Child Lake first. To go, Child Lake or Child River for beans, or Scarecrow, either way. Here's a hookshot for Heaps. And soy sauce, unfortunately, yes, Shadow is a water medallion today, which does make me mildly concerned as to what's on Burning Cack. Hopefully we don't need that song too much, because we're not getting it for a little while.
I could not tell if that was a big or a small chest across on the other bridge, but I think small.
Keeps carrying a pot up here to kill the skull. Don't have 10, don't have 30 or 40, and don't have about 10 or 20. Not that great. You want to be safe.
Interesting choice to do that, honestly, rather than just equip the hookshot.
You could have also just done that. Might not be thinking about it, though, to be fair. I kind of forgot myself.
Right. Rafa lighting up these eyes with chews.
Being very careful to not fall off. You can do so from below, but it's kind of annoying versus just doing so right here. Rafa did peek the bridge chest. He knows it's so small.
Okay. So Heaps saving there might be taking a gamble on coming back for DC later.
Perhaps, and then using his shoes for that. That is a possibility. Because he's only going to have one shoe here if he doesn't. Nothing above King Dodongo. I will laugh there is a bomb back on KD because that happens sometimes. The game has a sense of humor. We do have a path to King of Dongo, which means that there is at least that one that either that is our only available bomb bag or that item locks all bomb bags.
Oh, Rafa missing that throw, unfortunately.
Yeah, it says with the tricks we have on, you don't need anything but a bomb bag for DC. So it is mildly interesting to see a pattern for it.
Yeah, it's also disappointing to see a path hint for it, I would say. Because when you start with a medallion, you get 5 paths, and you're hoping, I think, usually, you're not getting a KD path, so you get a second for one of your other medallions.
Yeah. Or even third, as we have seen triple paths to a single dungeon before in this tournament. I remember a rather funny triple path to Morpha Seed. That was pretty funny. There are only 5 medallion dungeons. DC was one, I think Force was another. It just so happened that there were no paths to any of those, as Heaps also misses the first bomb flower here, so net 0 for them, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the timing is pretty tight on that very first one, because you've got the cutscene, you drop in at a specified place, you have to run back, so you have to backwalk to make the timing right. Alright, Rafa has finished Dodongo's Cavern, nothing of interest really, except the hook shot, but past that. And yeah, we will see where they go next then. All paths lead to Morpha.
Yep.
Has a full wallet, grabs the blue bee anyway.
Why not, I guess. Alright, back up the mountain Rafa goes, going to probably go at least be Goron City, do DMC, and then maybe go Child after that. Heaps looking to do the same.
Yeah.
Rafa did do Rita Grotto there, so they are now even on choose, and more or less even generally right now, really. Just a couple seconds apart climbing DMT.
Yeah, I would say the scariest thing right now is technically you can go up to Vanilla Bow Chest. I mean, possibly. We don't know for sure, but we do have most of the forest package, including logical access. So I'm a little worried that Heaps doesn't have that shield.
Yeah, you can't do it without, but it definitely makes it nicer to have a shield for Forest Temple.
Yeah, and I mean, Forest is a stone. You're not really relishing having to do that early, but... Alright. Link the Goron actually playing pretty nice today. Oh! a Goron tunic. Alright. That is...
That is indeed vanilla. Nice game. Nice.
Yep, nice free shirt.
Yep, gonna put an emote here in the chat.
Yeah, you're definitely going into Crater now.
Oh, for sure. Doesn't look like there were any big chests in that maze, I think. We'll get another look here from Heaps.
Yeah.
The glow from the darkened skin from the magic quick spin makes it hard to tell.
I think there is. The far right one looks
Is there?
big.
Oh, right, far right. Okay, so we'll need to come back to that. This skull number 2 for Rafa. It is very hard to tell. Hopefully they both saw that correctly.
Oh. And Heaps abandoning that skull when the hookshot went a little rogue. Nocturne. That's nice for some movement. Also required. I think that was just a blue bee in the wall. And shield? Deku shield on the volcano? Oh! Let's go!
Why not, I guess? More chews!
Yep. Keeps saving in anticipation of scumming this chew. Gonna be glad that he doesn't actually have to do that.
Yep. What was the hint there, by the way? I was scatterbraiding a few things on this side.
I didn't read it.
Yeah,
40's dead.
Well, yeah. Good hint.
50's still dead.
Well, 50 still choose, technically, but yes.
40, yeah, 40 was in the big Goron hint in Trail.
Yeah. Alright, and it is off to Lost Woods now.
Yeah, I think going into that maze would be interesting. Yeah, 40 is an arrow refills next.
And big chest here. There's a good copy of Lake Hyliopathic King Dodongo.
Ooh.
And Blue Fire Bottle. Okay. Would have been funny if that was a bomb lock bomb deck.
Yeah, right? Everyone lives
Back
for
to
their
Goron
bomb
City
lock
for
bag.
Heaps.
Alright. Heaps not taking that 10-pack into the maze, as we will come back later.
I mean, they currently can't rush King's Ori snacks. They don't have Zeal and they don't have Hover Beach. Yeah, they can't.
Deether, we already did Dodongos, though. We don't... Alright, another bottle.
Sure. Both Gravis and Lost was giving us bottles. Why not, I guess? If we really want 30 skulls, we can go get those if we find a hit for it.
Yeah, interesting.
I'll laugh at this as our third bottle in a row.
Oh, can you imagine? Here's all of your bottles. Have fun.
Nope, just a small chest. And here's bubble number 2 for keeps. $10 and $20 skulls could also have stuff, yes. Nothing stopping that from happening. We may get a 20 hint sometimes. 10 is never hinted, so we will only find out what that is if they do it, as we find out Big Oron is dead. Good hint. Colossus' left hand is a boss key, okay.
Sure. I mean, that's nice info to have.
It is.
For Stone Spirit.
We were discussing dipping force without a bow earlier. It might be more appealing to do so without a bow as you get ZLF Minuet, because you know you'll leave. You don't have to worry about... well, assuming you don't find a bow here, as I totally missed that hint.
30 dead.
30 dead, thank you. But they don't have... You know, if they choose a dip forest, assuming you don't just find a bow in the courtyards, you can decide... You know, you'll get locked out eventually. You'll have to decide if you want to keep going in Stone Forest or not, because that could be an interesting gamble in races sometimes. As to whether you want to full clear a stone dungeon, or leave after you get into Mage Dragon.
Yeah.
I currently can't full clear forest, and Rafa decided to not dip it at all. Also works. Let's see
Yeah.
what Heaps does.
Makes sense. I mean, you've got basically all of Kokiri Forest open to you here. You've got what you know. Frog's one dead?
Frog's one is still dead, correct. We've got Child Lost Woods is a lot of checks.
Lullaby is right here.
Yep. Songs are hard, and nothing in my disc house for Rafa there.
Yeah, go.
And now we've got diversions. Heaps is off to Forest Temple, as I think Rafa is going to go to Child.
Yep. Makes sense. You want to get some of those songs. You want to set up that scarecrow just in case your bomb bag is in Adult Lake.
Yep.
If it's a vanilla bow, that's disgusting, because that is a lot of forest that you then have to do. And you have no guarantee that it's a path bow.
Nope! And with forest being a stone, there's no guarantee we'll get anything resembling a path hint for bows anyway, as you don't power to require bows for any of our medallion dungeons, usually.
Yep.
Pending boss key placements, of course, and in the case of Shadow Temple, where that long shot's gone off to. Because you don't actually, it's not most intuitive, but you do not in fact actually need a bow to go lower that statue all the way at the end to get to Bongo. Longshot's also in Longshot and Scarecrow is in default logic. There's also a trick for bomb chews that I think both these guys know.
Yes, I do definitely both. Alright, and here's the first real test of shieldless Heaps fighting the Stalfos. Oh! Alright.
Strength 2, okay, that works.
Well, that gives
Speaking
us
of
access...
Stone Spirit earlier,
Yep.
not that they can get there currently.
Nope.
We'll get Hyrule Castle Fairy from Rafa. Shieldless Stalfos is fun without Crouch Stamp for Heaps. Big Pose is dead. And it looks like we'll have perfect time of day for Dombey to be here for Rafa. It's just turning night right now.
Nice.
Very nice. And there we go. Stalfos do go down for Heaps. Just a small chest though. He's gonna have to recoil to get anywhere because, no keys.
Well, we have Song of Time.
Well, I guess we get Song of Time now. Let's get a rating. Yeah, OT is pretty neat. So we will need to do all dungeons for the song. We may still need to go into our stone dungeons to get required items, like Heaps here.
Ooh.
And Hyrule Castle Fairy is a scale, okay.
Alright, Child definitely paying out a little more than those first couple checks in Forest.
Well, I hope Rafa's just enough time of day to get to Market, and then to Dombey Digging, because it might actually be cutting it a bit close coming through Castle here. But it's gonna get wretched in any case. Can't do Bomb Bowling yet, or the Lens game. No Lens and no bombs! Unless there's a Lens on Richard, which is possible. Bomb Bag shouldn't be here with our Captain, but we could get Bomb Bag. We could get Lens here.
Oh. Keeps getting bodied.
There we are. And Richard, nope, just a bloopy.
Alright, so checking Child Spawn here. Find out where we are dropping.
Yep, small key of Forest for Heaps. Haven't gotten a lot of those yet so far. Haven't really gotten anything else either, so.
Nope. Yeah, and with that small key, I would expect Heaps just goes to Floor Master and bails after that.
I would expect so. I don't think it's worth going all with the bow chest. We're gonna see Hot Rodder gone with strength. Don't see that too often.
Oh.
I think he may have...
Oh.
Yep, just got it. Very nice. Unfortunately, just some ice arrows. Not worth it.
Will we also get Goron Pot with strength?
We'll see.
The hearts. Rafa almost playing the wrong song.
Yeah. Sorry, a song here being played. Further need to give us our allowance, I guess.
Hey, that's a pretty nice allowance. Thanks, Dad. We're gonna go buy something with it. I don't know what. We have seen 1 in 32 in competitive matches. I think someone did it this morning, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, we're on
Rafa
top
has
with strength
prepared.
now. Rafa.
Ooh, too late. It usually does not work out for them.
Yeah.
And yes, Heaps does play with Falco as his child model.
Yep. Ooh, unfortunately, not quite getting the pot at all this time for Rafa. The timing and positioning of this one's kind of finicky.
Yeah, it's very tough. It's why... Oh, so close. So Rafa either really wants to save these chews or isn't comfortable with the chew strat. I think that'll be good.
Yeah. I mean, hard to say either way. I'm not completely sure on how confident he is with the chew strat. Has just a recovery heart for his troubles, and Heaps gets his strength too.
Riley gonna tell some war stories here.
Huh.
Back in his day.
Ah, right. Looks like Rafa was saving chews for the maze here. Gonna see what the right side chest is.
Yeah, I mean,
And can save scum if there's nothing here.
Yeah.
And 30's still dead, thanks.
I understand prioritizing this because it's a big chest, but I also don't understand doing it with chews when you have strength 2 available to you.
I was hoping maybe a Kokiri sword was there. Not quite. It is a big Goron sword instead, and I guess Rafa will keep that. But
yeah, I mean,
it's nice to have. It is absolutely not progression of any kind whatsoever.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Riley. No pot warp. This is not last week. And yep, so Heaps has picked up that strength and the scale.
Yeah, we'll see Child SFM Lost Woods, and then, yeah, Child Lake seems like a good play. We currently, don't have a lot available to us.
Strength 2 doesn't open up a whole lot of checks right now, but it does open up all of the maze.
That's true. Where was our Goron tunic, by the way? Because Fire Temple actually has at least one check available.
It
Possibly
was
more depending keys. Oh yeah, duh. I'm really bad at taking notes today. I don't know why. I got a decent amount of sleep last night. Maybe it's the cold getting to my brain, but I'm not with it quite as much as usual today as I get Bolero off Saria.
Alright, so Heaps is gonna show us this hint.
Chest is still dead, thanks.
Yep.
And yeah, Rafa is gonna not at least have the time of day for Dompe earlier, but it's gonna instead go elsewhere. Fair enough. We'll see what the song is here in the graveyard. We do know that the graveyard is Pat the Bongo, quite possibly for the magic on Dompe, but could be something else too.
Yeah. I like taking advantage of these warp songs to get other warp songs quickly, because the more mobility you have, it's so nice to not feel like, oh, I wasted all of that time hiking across fields, for example.
Song of Storms would actually be really nice here for Heaps, so you can go to the well immediately.
Yep.
And Requiem.
Requiem?
Oh,
okay.
Speaking of strength 2 and things to do with that, that's now available.
Suddenly, we have more available with that strength 2.
Yep, Stone Spirit!
Yep.
And Heaps has already done the first part of Stone Force and knows that that's nothing.
Yep. And with those chews, it's not in logic, but you can actually go do Child Spirit, find out what's in those first couple checks there. And pick up another song and reset time of day, basically.
Rafa death warping out of the Kokiri sword maze there, something you don't see too often.
Nice. The boulder.
Upgrade memory game for Rafa. Let's see what's on Dampe.
$5.
Alright, so we've seen everything but Sunsong Grave. No clue where Sunsong is here in the graveyard. So Magic or Requiem likely paths to Bongo currently.
Or both.
We have no logical child spirit X's really, as we don't have a child range weapon, though they do have choose to use it anyway. So adult spirit is in with the strength 2 and a hookshot.
Yep. I believe Heaps is going to be able to knock out 10 skulls here. If I saw that number correctly.
That is 7, yes, he will be able to, as long as he uses a shoe for the tower skill, which he can here.
Yeah, I know that he knows the recoil with sticks, but I can't imagine that you don't just use a chew. Rafa's showing off his letter.
And just a huge rupee off Skull Kid. There's Skull 8 for Heaps. He's also going to show the Skian mask, as we don't have a Skull mask in yet.
It's definitely going to be right here.
Nope, Horseback Archery is another Palm 2-pack!
Yay!
We now know what all of our 2-packs are, except for the 20-pack.
Except for the
20-pack on each pack.
Well, that's kind of nice, because you know the next 2-pack you find is huge. Alright.
Well, if they find it's the problem, though.
If they find it. Alright, so we saw Heaps made time of day for Dampe. We'll find out. Oh!
Well, thanks.
I'm pretty sure that's nothing.
Yeah.
At least it's a check.
Yep, don't need that claim check off 10 skulls, but Garden was hinted dead in SFM, we don't need it.
I'm just saying, like, if you're running by, maybe you really want that piece of heart. Alright. So, Rafa has made it through Child Lost Woods and Kokiri Forest now. And Heaps gonna show us Lake, probably really hoping for a bomb bag here.
I would think so, it's likely a bomb bag here, but you never know, Random likes to do silly things sometimes. It could be an item that locks all 3 bomb bags here, instead.
Yeah. So, the scale that we got was bomb locked, so there's a chance that it's another scale.
And yeah, we do not have foolish hints in these settings, and even if we did, the command is not there, and the command for those hints would be foolish. The 2 terms do get used somewhat interchangeably, but officially the term for the hints are foolishes. As we get long shot.
No. I refuse
first
to
bomb
believe.
back in GTG.
Star. Why does this keep happening when
it.
we're on comms together?
I don't know.
Why is it always GTG Stealth Star?
I don't know. Okay, Rafa did have time of day for Dom. We honestly couldn't tell it with everything. He did have time of day for Dom. Nothing there though. And yeah, Water Temple's available. We have Iron Boots, ZL, and Longshot, all in logic.
That's disgusting.
At least it's a medallion. Thankfully, 100 skulls is not a randomized item. You also really hard deep block palm bag for that many skulls. Goron City's packed a little fudgy for a vanilla Goron tunic.
Game's bad.
I'm pretty
that's
sure
a
we've
bad
checking
hint.
Goron
Like,
City. I think that's the only one that, unless it's Left Side Maze, I'm pretty sure it's a vanilla Goron Tunic. That's me. It's
Yeah.
Travis. Get Sun Song at the Colossus. Thanks.
yeah,
Just
I'm pretty sure.
thanks.
Hey,
You can't set 100 skulls to your card for your Rainbow Bridge or your Gans Castle boss key. You can't have anything else behind 100 skulls, given that 100 skulls is locked behind just about every single item in the game.
Yep.
Or very, very close to it, to the point where it's not to the degree where there's not much point in shuffling it.
Gomez dead.
Colossus Fairy, just a huge rupee.
How many gold rupees are in the pool? Have we
I think
seen
it's
all
6.
of them? Okay, half of them.
Was it Skull Mask dead in the open grotto?
Yes.
Thanks.
Alright, Rafa not taking that shoe into Child Spirit.
Probably hoping to find the bomb next year in Child Lake first, which makes sense. Unfortunately, he's just gonna get his long shot and go, really, game? Really?
Yep.
And the team's still traded. But yeah, I think I've seen everything in Goron City except for the left side maze. I thought it was small, and because we all peeked it.
Yeah, I'm
so
almost positive that it's nothing.
That's kind of impressive, actually. That's a Goron City cast, considering that it has to lock both wallets somehow. That's what hammer becomes the next question, because
Maybe it's Vanilla Hammer.
Yeah, maybe. We do have access to Fire Temple. We have the strength on top of the slope link to go around, hook shot to get across the bridge, and then strength to climb, assuming we don't need to use bombs to get a key from the lava. Well, no, you have to have either bombs or hammer to be able to go much in fire, because you can't get enough keys to climb, no matter what the key layout is.
Yeah.
Keeps us yet to do Child SFM, correct? He does not yet fail. Which was also launched by Access Creator.
Yeah, we'll see. There's a strong chance that after doing Valley here, Heaps might just go do, Domain and River, for example. Alright, Rafa, I believe, is planning to go take the owl.
Looks like it.
Time
of day is kind of terrible for right now, but yeah, I can just read outside ranch. Forgot he hadn't done that yet.
Yeah. But Sun Song out at Colossus, I believe, so...
Oh, that's true. I forgot he got suns.
So it
Again, my brain is malfunctioning today. I don't know why, as we see a heart piece in the waterfall.
Yep.
And Graveyard is still past the bongo. Thanks.
Thanks, game.
Older Destiny is 40 Skulls is still dead. Thanks. Keeps finding out where our child save warp is.
Oh.
And yeah, Rafa is down to no shoes, so that's it for him for now.
Yeah, I agree, Ventnor. I do like that Rafa is at least pushing one more song because, Storms or Minuet is a big pickup here. And if it's Epona's, it still gives you a lot of information about, okay, is that hookshot for GTG access, for example.
Yeah. And yeah, Water Temple's not the most appealing of plays. We don't have shoes, we don't have bombs, we don't have a bow, but it is an option that exists.
Yeah. It's also a medallion dungeon.
It is.
Interesting. Keeps resetting, opting not to do... Oops. Did Hot Rodder first, and then Dancing Dad not bothering with the pot yet.
Yep, deciding to not use his choose or his time on the strength strat.
Yep.
There is Minuet from Malin. Alright, nice to have. So between Epona's and Song of Storms are our two remaining songs. One's on Burning Cack, the other's an Ice Cavern. Nice game, thanks. Would have liked to get those earlier, but nope. Denied. Now, if Longshot is pathing to the King Dodongo and Lake Hylia for a bomb bag, that means for GTG access, that would mean that Epona Song is behind bombs, which is fairly likely given that either Burning Cack or Ice Cavern are well, Burning Cack's hard bomb locked with DC and Shadow being our fire water medallions, Ice Cavern decent chance of being bomb locked too. As it gets Dins into Silo.
Hey, Star.
Yes?
Guess where our first bomb bag can be now?
Shadow Temple?
No. Haunted Wasteland.
True, that is in Logic with Longshot and Magic Dins. Because both of our hookshots are available in Logic. The first hookshot was DC Compass Chest, which is in with Strength, and then the second one was on the Child Fishing.
Yep. Magic, just chillin'. Alright.
Yeah,
Heaps
because
is...
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh. He decided to open one chest, I guess.
Hoping for that last pack of chews, I guess.
Yeah.
I find it hilarious how we know where 4 or 5 chew packs are, yet none of the bomb bags.
Alright, Rafa gonna show us some domain, possibly Olive River. We'll see.
I
Bonking
assume
a
we
couple
go
times.
to River after this, no reason not to.
Polygons are hard.
They are. Ocarina of Time is also a very well-programmed video game.
Oh, Epona is on Burning Cack. Which means Storms is in ice.
Lovely. Not getting any of either of those for a good while, that's for sure.
Nope. Alright, so Heaps kind of covering the same territory Rafa already covered. We'll see if he makes any other decisions, like doing Child Spirit in this segment, or if he'll just kind of keep following, go to Ranch, for example.
Yeah. Ocarina of Time is Purdue, yes, that was hinted at the very start of the seed. Yeah, we know Riddle's letter is not involved.
That is true. That is true.
Not the most useful info otherwise, though. Hey, Tannerin, welcome in. There are 45 minutes, just about 45 minutes in. Not too painful yet. Mostly a very interesting long shot possible path to King Dodongo and Lake is the biggest thing I've got right now. Could be for Water Temple. We do have long shot irons and Cielo in Logic, though no bow and no bombs, of course. Could be for GTG again. Could be for the Wasteland, as we did just get Dins out of the Ranch silo a couple minutes ago. And yeah, also yes, for the giggles, we've got a vanilla Goron tunic, path to Volvagia and Goron City, because why not?
Ooh. Alright, domain bad.
That was pretty useless, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the chance to go into Shadow, but there's nothing really pointing you towards Shadow having anything other than it's a medallion dungeon.
Yeah. Oh, of course, with it's Stone Spear, and we get hints for both hands. Thanks!
Yeah, yeah.
We can only do the first 2 checks in Shadow without hover boots. I think it's the first 4 without bombs, but it's only 2 without hovers.
It's 4 without bombs.
I was for some reason thinking it was 3 without bombs for a while, but no, it's 4, but yeah, moot point without the hover boots there. Lero, and now Serenade for Heaps. We're gonna get some beans for Rafa, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't been to the classes yet, does not know if that's required. I didn't actually get a look at the critter item yet, but presumably it was nothing, otherwise I think Rafa might have bought a second bean for it.
I'm pretty sure it was just a Deku shield up on the volcano.
Thank you. Lower River is...
Oh?
I'm not even sure what that is, because I didn't even see it on the screen, to be honest.
Rafa wants it. It is a bow. Alright.
Okay, Stone Forest is entirely clearable out of logic.
Yay!
Does make GTG better, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes GTG much more interesting.
You can also just full clear GTG now, I guess. Rafa doesn't have quite enough explosives, but otherwise, Longshot, Strength 2, well, even just regular Hookshot, Strength 2, Iron, Song of Time, a bow. GTG's a really good play.
Yeah.
Water full clearable too, yeah, good point. We don't need a... Well, except for potentially... yeah, no. Well, we can full clear water, I'm scatterbraiding things.
Was that a stick? Anyone see what was in Tektite Grotto there? I think it was just a stick, but...
No clue. Finals always sent. Frox 2 is dead, not too surprised.
Oh, it was
Chat's
another
thinking
bow.
that was another bow, that would be funny.
I mean...
Fortress's path to Goba. Well,
Okay,
extra
yeah.
reason to go there, I guess.
Yep,
Uh,
no, definitely do that.
Crowley Kokiri Sword could be a slingshot since we don't have any of those yet.
Yep. Right.
Could be bomb bag locking that slingshot, but it could just be, you know, the bomb bag and fortress route for something, because longshot is our logical fortress GTG access today.
Yeah.
And I guess Rafa was planning the bean immediately. No clue was up there. I don't think I remember seeing the hint from him, but he's out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Rafa was out there, clearly wants whatever's up on that arch.
Bombay cannot lock a Curious Sword in HP 1000. The Poda Song is on Burning Cack. DC and Shadow lock Burning Cack. That cannot be our first Bombay.
Yeah.
I guess Bombay, Curious Sword could be on HP 1000. Sorry, Bombay cannot. Bombay could be on the Fortress Roof or elsewhere. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Adult in Reverse Wasteland is where you're going here. Follow your paths, go do things.
Yeah,
I don't
and
think
I
you
mean,
do Adult Spirit yet here, with the GTG being the more likely play for that route behind this longshot path.
yeah, and I mean, longshot being path is much more likely now that you know Epona's is behind bombs.
Yep.
Like, you have that information, so...
It's also not a bad idea to go detour to Adult Lake if you want to be sure what's there.
Keeps pulling out the ocarina, almost not grabbing Din's, apparently, or...
Almost autopiloting a bit too hard there.
Yep. A little too... bombs... could be in toilet.
Yeah, we do have Song of Time, Iron Boots, and a hookshot. There's nothing stopping there's nothing stopping those from being there.
That is unpleasant. I don't like it. Alright,
And we
Rafa,
even
can you
have
show-
Sun Song to check Shoot the Sun.
Yep, which makes sense. That is some horrifying
Graphics.
graphics there, yeah.
Just a recovery heart, though.
One of the nice things, we will be able to see Lap Dive too, so Rafa's gonna show us the rest of Lake and we'll either find a bomb bag or we'll go to GTG.
Yep. Oh wait, I remember. Rafa must have seen that was Rafa's second trip to class when he planted the beam. He went there earlier, which is why I was
Yeah.
scatterbraiding everything.
Yep.
No clue what's on there. We're gonna look here from Heaps, but apparently he wants it. That looks kind of boot shaped.
Yeah, could be hovers. Yep, that's
Hey,
hovers
that's
up
summer
there.
boots. Yep. Oh, that explains
Alright.
why they're going for those.
Yeah.
And also why Requiem is Cat Bongo.
Yep.
Shadow is now full clearable, actually. Well, it would be full clearable for Alpha having the explosives to deal with.
Yep.
There's also nothing stopping Bob there from being here on adult fishing, to keep in mind, but we don't know that. Keeps does have enough explosives to go at least start Shadow Temple. I'm not sure exactly how many he has because I missed it just before you played CL, but we'll see here in a sec.
I think he has 2 left.
And 2 is just enough for
But
Shadow.
he'll have 3 now after scumming that.
Yeah. Alright, what's adult fishing got for us here for Rafa? Just a blue.
$5.
Rafa can also cheese lap dive and do lab roof, so we will know for and had already did shoot the sun a minute ago, so we will know for sure if that is long shot path or not. Or if there's another option, we don't know yet. Here's your domain river for Teeps, makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he'll do domain here, to be honest.
Oh, that's true, diving from river.
I mean, this has been a really long feeling child segment.
It has. Keeps wants beans, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know he's going for beans for sure, but I can see him passing up on domain checks at this time.
That is true.
Bombs?
Which we know will be fun if he does that. Just a heart piece on lab roof. It's for long shot by the looks of it.
Yep. So we actually know that this can't be our bomb bag in lab dive.
Yep, because one of our scales
was bomb locked, so it could be something, but
it could be a bomb locked bomb bag.
It could be a bomb locked bomb bag.
Our first logical bomb bag.
But yeah.
And verdict is nice slingshot game.
Okay, so hear me out. What if our bomb bag is on Fortress Rooftop?
That's quite possible as you find out Spirit's Pathomorpha. Gee, I wonder why. Actually,
I do wonder why.
That's actually a good question.
We need the tunic.
We might need the tunic, yeah, because we don't have. Because we do not have that. Or maybe some funky. No, that's a good question. Yeah, no, because we have long shot, we have iron boots, we have ZL. We have a.
Our bows are not in logic.
Our bows are not in logic.
Oh wait, no, they are because we have access to. Nope, we don't. We don't have access to beans yet for the hovers.
We don't have access to beans because we don't have a scale or, of course, those bombs.
Yep.
Yeah, we are missing explosives, which do lock the water temple cracked wall chest. We can't do water central pillar. And between those two things, if one of those has a boss keyed out, Spirit is probably locking it somehow.
Yep.
Though, well, Spirit itself is not long shot locked. We know that there are no keys there. We have ZLs, so I don't think it can be bombs in Spirit because we already have our.
Yeah, no.
Because it cannot be long shot locked. I mean, because we can do almost anything in Spirit except for. Don't tell me it's long shot gives us our child ranged weapon because that slingshot's not in to go do child spirit for keys or whatever. It could still be a bomb bag in Spirit if it's just gotten stupid.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking, because we know Fortress is path to Goma, and so if our bombs are chilling on Fortress Rooftop, we know that that gives us one of our scales already. Could very easily give us our second as well.
That is true. Because we don't know. It could be a Curious Sword, but it's more or less our path hits are a bit of a mess, as usual.
Yep. You
Keeps
desperately
child
hope
spirit
it's
here.
Curious Sword.
I am going
small.
We do not know what Spiritus path to morph before. I will take the word tunic out of there for now, I think. Wait, we kind of need to see what's in the GTG area first before we make too much other commentary on things, I think. I'm really curious what's on that fortress roof.
Yeah. Because if that's small, that means we have to just go beat Shadow immediately.
Pretty much, except for Rafa doesn't have explosives to do it with. That looks like a big chest.
Alright, yep, it was a big chest. Yeah, we can't do horseback archery.
Yeah, Rafa doing the setup here to longshot the roof from the jail. Which is not an easy trick.
Looks like he's got it.
Nice. And okay. Okay, Child Spirit's starting to stink a bit.
So our
I think that's our logical slingshot.
That should be our logical slingshot, which does put bombs in Child Spirit in play, and neither of them did Child Spirit with their bomb choose.
Yeah, well, Rafa had to choose. He ran out a little bit ago, but Heaps didn't. He was just there. Lovely. That also means that Goldman has to lock our both of our other slingshots, which is itself, or slingshots lock both the other two slings, which again, yeah, bombs and Child Spirit, or it could be a key on Child Spirit to go to Adult Spirit. That is a possibility, because bombs apparently is our problem today. Again, they lock a lot of stuff in this randomizer, so they tend to turn up early most of the time until they don't, and then we've got a headache like this.
Yep.
Alright, let's count GTG keys. 2 keys in the lobby. Immediate reset for Rafa?
Yeah. Interesting. Keeps picking up that big Goron sword. Oh, okay. I like this. We don't see this as often as I feel like it would be useful. Creating a second file so that he has a save in GTG, but now he can reset, go do Child Spirit,
and then come back if it turns out to be complete and total nothing, yeah.
Yep. Especially without Prelude, these are the kinds of things that save you a lot of time.
Yep.
Alright, and Heap's gonna go into Adult Spirit here.
Yep, so we will be getting so mad it's just a Spirit Temple here between the two.
Yep. Or maybe just picking up hovers first.
Possible. Heaps can go clear Shadow Temple. He does have explosives for it, while Rafa doesn't yet.
Yeah, and you know that it gives you Epona, which means that you can go full clear Fortress, so, I mean, it's not a bad idea to just do that right away. See if you can find anything along the way.
Yeah, we're gonna see with Target also for Rafa is happy 1 hour, everyone!
Happy
and
1
yes,
hour.
The copying of files is perfect. Give our runners a follow, Heaps and Rafa, to my co-com Milkweed, and to our 2 trackers, Lady Draco and Sir Nyquil of Sealand, as well as, I forgot to put in the numbers of Lady Draco's name, oops. And as well as to our race monitor, Snacks, who's, we're kind of sharing racing goals as well.
Yeah, thanks for being your star. Always fun. This match has been pretty good. Give these runners a follow. They have put up some excellent showings so far in this tournament. Sadly, one of them is going home after this, but that's a ways away.
Yep, still got plenty of seed left as we find just a huge rupee on
Yet
the wins
another
targets.
huge rupee.
Game.
Give us all the money. Alright, come on. Bombs.
The answer is nope, it's not the wasteland.
The dream is dead. Rip the dream.
And back to GTG for Rafa. Not doing Child Spirit was just checking that slingshot, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, that's That is interesting to me, but I suppose if it's not on target in the woods, for example, you're gonna go to Spirit after, and you don't want to get rid of the bombs that you might pick up there.
Yeah, I guess true. The other thing too is like doing Child Spirit on the second save file doesn't make much sense with the GTG on the first save file anyway. So yeah. And big shows on GTG Stelphos is our
bow!
logical bow.
Yay!
Yeah, more of some water temples looking tempting.
Yeah.
With
That's
our long
actually
shot
very interesting because usually the game is not that kind to just give you a bow right away in GTG. So what does that tell us about our potential bombs? Anything? Like, is it possible that adult shooting has our bombs?
It does. No, yeah, because that's long shot locked.
Yeah. And everything, the other two bows that we've seen, as far as we know, are bomb locked. Yep, we don't have a hammer yet to get that bow.
No, our hammer is completely able.
Yeah. Both of these runners really wanting to find a bomb bag before they go rush their dungeons, because at this point, like, they can go do Shadow, they can go do Water. Well, Heaps can. Rafa needs explosives.
Rafa needs explosives or Shadow, but can go to Water Temple and peek a one bomb lock check, yeah.
Yeah.
So far, like Room not really paying out with a whole lot of anything. We haven't seen a lot of keys either so far. I think they're probably mostly in the maze by the looks of it. We've seen two in the lobby. I don't think we've seen any since. I don't think Rafa's actually picked up said 2 keys in the lobby yet. There's one in like
I don't think so.
There's Heaps finding that slingshot. He hasn't done that at Lake yet, so doesn't know that doesn't know about the funniness of Lake Path.
Yep.
But not that it much matters to him.
Yep. One of the funny things about Heaps is he always believes that every big chest is just another slingshot, so for it to be a slingshot is always entertaining.
Rafa opening this chest, hoping for Bomb Juice probably, and just gets a loopy.
Hover boots are on the Colossus Arch. Rafa does know where they are and has planted a bean, so he'll pick those up whenever he's satisfied with what he's found here.
Key number 5 on Pierre. I think like all the keys have got to be in the maze just because we haven't seen most of these. Nothing on the center chest. I don't think anything is in the back. And I don't think I see anything on right side. Okay. I have a bust on GTG today. Is the slingshot serious? Rafa has no explosives or water, but you don't need explosives or most of water is the thing, soy sauce. You only really need it for the cracked wall chest. It doesn't do much.
Yeah, and honestly, even if cracked wall is a small key, probably have access to another one.
He has access to enough checks, it doesn't matter, yeah. We are now up to 6 keys after this room.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why exactly they're not doing progression, Shadow, and Water, except for the lack of explosives, because, yes, 3 gets you through Shadow, for example, and then you just kind of pray that you don't need one for Water.
Yeah. Okay, that makes key number 7 on the freestanding here.
I think one of the worst things about this is with those potential tunic paths that you're not seeing wallets for a while. So they can't just go buy twos.
Heaps doesn't know for sure that it's a tunic path, but Rafa has seen all checks in Goron City and knows that it has to be tunic. So he knows, unfortunately, as much as he would like to, he cannot go shoe shopping. So I've counted 8 keys, by the way. I'm not sure we're on 9, but we've seen all the rest. I
Shouldn't it be
can't remember
toilet?
if hidden. Was it? I don't. Was it? I don't know if hidden ceiling chest was it though. No, I think is the biggest thing.
Oh.
And we don't know if it's Evo's side, because Rafa hasn't done that yet. We'll see it from Heaps, but Rafa cannot do the Bevo's chest. And apparently, he has he has decided it's time to do the toilet. There's...
Yep. With 2 hearts.
Yep. This is doable, just finicky.
Yep.
Has to use some time here to get over there without hovers.
Oh. Keeps getting eaten by that like for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh. No worries though. Got the shield back.
Yep.
And got eaten again. Alright.
That's just how that space goes, I guess.
Yep. These are the kinds of things that, like, as a runner, you really need to be able to shake off. Because it feels bad getting eaten by likes. Oh. Shield? Sir?
He's just decided to give up on it, I guess.
Oh no. But
yeah, as of right now, Child Spirit, Spirit Temple in general is starting to smell quite a lot, given that the slingshot's apparently the only thing behind Longshot right now.
yeah.
At all. Oh, he just never re-equipped the shield. Okay, thanks, chat.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently the slingshot's the only thing Longshot locked here in the Fortress GTG area.
Right.
That could be bombs in any case. We can't do HBA, but we know that can't be bomb bag anyway. It could be something else, but it can't be. It could be the Kokiri sword there for all we know, but it can't be the bomb bag.
This was a very
okay. I guess there was a
clean
bow.
toilet.
Bow and slingshot were the only 2 things behind this Longshot so far, which is not great.
So back into forest.
Something's gotta be there, as that's nothing on the toilet. Okay. I mean, force is a play. That's a useful heart container, actually. But I'm not surprised as... okay, yeah, water makes sense as well for Rafa. Go chase your long shot. He's got a bow. He's... Or not. Where is he? Ah, he forgot the wasteland. He's gonna go do that first. Makes sense.
Yeah, pick up hovers. Alright.
But yeah, so far, Saints being funny, for some definition of the word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean... that slingshot is just so bad, unfortunately, because...
It really is.
Like, it probably is for a bomb bag in Child Spirit, or, you know, early adult spirit, and we need a key or whatever. And all of, like, 3 of our paths then point to a single bomb bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything else is fine. It's the bomb logic of it all.
Yeah, bomb bag complications strike again. Rafa opening the gate in case he wants to reverse Wasteland for HB 1000 at some point later, though he really hopes he doesn't have to, and that's Serenade for Heaps. Hovers on the Colossus Arch. Rafa knows where they are. He's planted the beam. He just needs to go pick them up. He hasn't had a reason to so far, so it's not really an issue.
Yep. Alright. We're gonna see some dungeons from Heaps.
Yep. Finally into progression dungeons again at hour 11. We've been doing a lot of not progression dungeons for the last while. Yeah, our Kokiri Sword and the Hammer are basically unhindered at this point. It's great.
Yeah, and that's like the worst thing. I would say the only reason I'm a little surprised that Heaps is doing water before Spirit is that Spirit path. But if you assume that it's just for a tunic, you're not wasting them.
Heaps also doesn't know the spirit path. That was at Lake Crab. I don't think he got it.
No.
Rafa was done who read. I don't think Heaps is done at Lake. And Rafa is going to go follow said path. In fact, 2 Idle Spirit also makes sense. Or at least he'll hover boots, but I think he'll likely go from the Spirit after this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Inko. You're assuming it's tunic, but it could, again, actually be our bomb bag.
I think Inko was here was specifically talking about a key on cracked wall, which is
fine. Gotcha. Oh, the rock spike guy. I actually don't know. Annoying is what I usually call them.
Oh, and it looks like Rafa was just getting hovers and also heading for water. Makes sense. Yeah, you only need 2 keys to do water to check everything in the water temple. You only need 4. There's 6 keys total. You technically need 5 to logically do any key lock checks. These guys don't really care. They can get 2 keys. They can even get up to 4. That key on the cracked wall shouldn't be an issue, considering they have everything else for this place. Like, even if there is something on both boss key chest and dark, like they can get. They are going to be able to get both. Yeah. Just some arrows there on this chest. I think Heaps might have also been hoping for some explosives. 3 is not a lot. It's more than 0, but it's not a lot, as we get another key on the compass chest. So that's 2 keys here.
Yep. He gets punished for doing map first. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I guess we are technically 2 items from glow mode, at least for Heaps. We need a hammer and a Kokiri sword. We also need explosives for poor Rafa, and possibly for Heaps at the rate we're going.
Yeah, so...
As we know, our wallets are behind Fire Temple, but they're Vanilla Goron Tunic Path, so they're not showing up, and we're not getting chosen.
Yeah.
We know where 4 of our 5 chew packs are. We've already picked up 2. One's in the 50 skulls, and the other's an HP of 1500 on Burning Cack, so we're not getting those.
Yeah. Is 3 chews, like, literally the exact amount that you would need to get through Fire and Shadow?
I mean, you'd need 1 for Abominable Lava Room and Fire, you'd need 1 for the shortcut. You need 1 minimum to progress in Shadow.
And then the dirt patch thing.
If you want to do that, and then you at least have... You still need it to lower the statue in the back, at least, but...
Yeah.
I would not be happy with 3 chews for Heaps either, honestly, and it's kind of not a great spot for... It's not a great amount.
Yeah.
2 for Shadow Full Clarifier depends on where the Bosky is. Yeah, Inko sounds about right.
And then you've got a slow Volvagia to look forward to.
Oh yeah, that too. At least though they do have that, you know, vanilla tunic. But it's still kinda ugly here. How close is this race? Pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah. I think the only difference is that Heaps looks a little ahead here, but Rafa has done domain checks. And there's Vanilla Bosky.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the pot. But yeah, we have a strength for that.
Yeah.
You know what's slower though? Hunting for your bombs when you don't need it.
Yeah. And faster than trying to find a wallet who knows where behind the tunic, which is gonna be either Deep Fire or probably just Gannon's, honestly.
Yep.
There's not a whole lot that can be in Fire Temple, frankly, considering that it's behind a hammer, which is who knows where, and likely explosive lock too. Who knows where those are? Everything.
Yep.
Oh, I do think Heaps might go Clear Shadow after this. This water's been impressively useless, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen Darkling Loop. Keeps just opting to beat Morpho, which makes sense.
I mean, we
saw
have
10
seen...
skulls.
We've seen keys on map, cracked wall, and compass. We know River Chest is dead.
Yep.
Our items so far have been torches, and that's about it. We haven't seen bow target. We haven't seen central pillar. We're missing 2 keys and 2 items. We haven't seen bow target. We haven't seen central pillar. We haven't seen Morpha, and we haven't seen dragon chest. Unfortunately, our remaining checks are kind of terrible for getting our remaining items.
Yep.
And there's a decent chance Darkling. I think Darkling's a decent chance of. I mean, if there's a key on Morpho, there's a decent chance this might be a long shot lack water, but it's hard to tell. Things.
Yeah, and I mean, again,
we've already seen Shoot the Sun. Din Rafa cleared out Lake earlier. We've seen every check-in lake. It has to be long shot path.
Yeah. And all that long shot led us to was a slingshot. And we know that Spirit is a path to Morpha, so it could...
key on Morpha is 6 key. Good point. Ooh, yep. So, Darklink is bomb locked. Darklink has to be an item and is bomb locked. Our remaining keys are on... between Central Pillar and the... Central Pillar and... Oh geez, Central Pillar and Dragon Chest are both keys, as is Cracked Wall, so... Water is both bomb locked and Zora Tunic locked, apparently. Yikes.
Yep. And one of those things is in Spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. Because Spirit's path to Morpha, and it's not for Longshot Irons or ZL, that's for sure.
Yep. Alright. So
the issue is they don't have keys for Darklink. They had to use their 2 keys on. They had to use their 2 keys on Morpha to get to the vanilla boss key, and their remaining available keys are Morpha, and then they have to do one of Cracked Wall or Dragon Chest or Central Pillar. I don't know what you really want to go do for 1 key to go to Darklink for 1 check right now. I think.
Yeah.
It's not fun, especially they don't have enough health to be comfortable on Central Pillar. They do have bottles or fairies, but it's not the first thing you want to do in your situation, that's for sure.
Yep. Alright, so Heap's going to finish clearing Adult Lake. Rafa probably just gonna play Nocturne.
Yep. Unfortunately, we know Rafa's gonna get locked out.
Yeah, Rafa's not going to have any options past those first 4 checks. In Shadow, and is going back into water, which makes sense. This is just as likely as anywhere else to have choose. It's just not gonna feel very great.
No, but if he's been counting keys, he should know that he can go... Oh, actually, no, I forgot. One Dragon Chest Central Pillar and a bow target. So Dragon Chest Central Pillar and bow target. One has an item, the other 2 are keys. I forgot there's 2 items left in this place, and Darklink's also guaranteed an item because we had the 6 key locked Morpha.
Rafa gonna peek this before changing the water level.
Makes sense. Know what this is, which is a key. Okay. So one of Dragon Chest or Central Pillars is also an item. Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
And the other is the remaining key. Because water key logic, as with all key logic, assumes that you use your keys in the most inefficient way possible. So where the key door is that you open all of the key doors before the one you need, including the key door on Central Pillar no one ever goes through.
Yep.
Central Pillar can still get in by other methods, so it's more or less a moot point, but both Boss Key Chest and Darklink River Chest are 5 key locked, because they're both behind all the keys. Because you need 2 keys for each, and then you need to get 2... You need 2 keys for each of those, and then you need to... And then there's the one for Central Pillar, so just assumes you use all your keys elsewhere. There is 1 spare key since the Randomizer permanently removes the key lock, leading to the topmost water level changer. But, yeah.
And yeah, Cernak, well, Heaps is hoping to find bombs before going into Shadow because he only has 3 chews left.
Yeah, how does a long shot lead to Kingdom go?
We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Oh, we will see adult shooting, though. This is an option for our bomb bag.
That is true. The bow is our only available bow. Apparently, is on the GTG Stealth's chest. We know the other two are Tectite and Lower River, and Bombs and Hammer both look to be not available as of right this second.
It's always GTG Stealthos.
Or it could be Slingshot on Fortress Roof to give us Child Spirit access either for keys or for the bomb bag there.
Could be anywhere in Forest behind Bow.
Yeah. If we can climb... no, we cannot climb Fire. We do not have bombs or hammer. We are guaranteed unable to do so. And Rafa decided it's time for menu head, as Heaps is probably not happy with that slingshot.
So, I mean,
we haven't done chickens. It's more or less a moot point currently anyway, because chickens is not going to fix any of our bomb logic.
Yeah.
It might have a mirror shield, I guess, but any mirror lock checks are behind. It could be, I guess.
We don't... Our Goma path was bad so far.
Yeah.
HBA 1000 might need to come through. Alright, so Rafa gonna go through Forest. It'll be very interesting to see if this actually pays out in some way. Meanwhile, Heaps is doing Progression, Dungeon, Shadow. And you know what? There's still a chance that there's a bomb-locked bomb bag in Shadow, and you don't need to do anything.
Unfortunately, that doesn't help Rafa, because he still needs explosives to get there.
It does not help Rafa.
They've been back and forth a fair bit. Big chest for Heaps. This
hammer?
This cannot be our bomb bag. It is our light arrows.
We like lights.
Or actually, no, it could be. We don't have logical hover beams access, I just remembered.
Oh,
we don't have logical bean access.
That's
that could have been
we
our
still
first
don't have
bomb
access
bag.
to the beans until we find bombs. Or another scale.
And that could have been a bomb-locked bomb bag, actually, yeah. No, this particular tech is not hover's lock, but most of Shadow is in fact bomb lock just because we don't have we don't have any Child River access. We don't have a logical scale. Apparently because we have what appears to be a path to go by slingshot, which means it has to lock the lab dive slingshot, which is behind a scale on Hyrule Castle Ferry and Gold Scale who knows where. It's great.
Keeps using the reset strat here. It's very interesting, some of the contentious routing decisions that runners have started making this season.
Yeah.
In their sequence.
But yeah, that's another reason why we strongly suspect Spirit Temple. Even aside from the path to Morpha, frankly, that slingshot very well could be... The slingshot path could well involve Spirit Temple, honestly, because it's our only child ranged weapon. We don't have a boomerang.
Right.
We don't know where our third slingshot is, but currently we're assuming said slingshot is slingshot locked.
Yep.
That could use a shadow by now, and so our Cookier's one could be on HBA, but we can't get that for a bit. I mean, Heaves will have Burning Cat done after Shadow, so you can go check, but that's gonna be another 10 or 15 minutes. It's not the fastest. Bombs cannot currently be in the fountain area of Everilson. We don't have, again, Child River or Domain access. No scales, no bombs. Back to the whole chain of where's our logic again.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, until we see Child Spirit, we won't exactly know what the logic is, I don't think.
No, well, we'd have to see Adult and Child Spirit, I think, to be completely certain. Scale is out of logic, Sir Nyquil. It's on the Hyrule Castle Ferry. That is very bomb-locked.
Yep.
No, I mean, our non-logical bomb bags could be anywhere.
Bombs?
Nope. Fire arrows. Classic.
We don't need
Our out of logic bomb X could be anywhere. Our logical bomb X, though, has a lot of places it could be. We're kind of running out of places.
Aw. I'm sorry, Chris, that you ate logic for breakfast. Especially with a clown. That sounds terrible. Like, that sounds like a bad way to start a Saturday to me.
I have eaten the logic at breakfast with the clown in the morning, so I know happy. This... Rafa cannot be this seed without explosives. He either has to somehow get lucky and find the final chew pack, wherever it is. It is a 20 pack, but we have no clue where it is.
Yeah. Because, I mean, part of the problem here, again, is the fact that we had a Path Goron tunic, meaning that we are very unlikely to find a wallet to be able to buy shoes.
They're guaranteed behind Fire Temple, basically.
Right, like...
And aka either the top of Fire Temple or cannons, most likely, so...
Yeah.
The odds of Rafa being able to go find a wall to buy bomb shoes are basically nil.
Yeah, very low.
If Hammer does turn up somewhere available, that does put our bow in logic, which would remove bow from being directly behind this long shot path. But that's about the only thing it would do.
Yep.
Well, it might give us more fire in exchange, but it's not a fun time here with logic.
Fire. Yeah. It is very unlikely all dungeons. It is certainly not all dungeons for the song.
Also, it's incredibly unlikely to be all dungeons for the items, given that we have almost everything we need to beat the game, except for a couple of things.
Like, the worst case scenario at this point is what you find in Child or Adult Spirit is Letter. And at that point, you're not caring about that.
Even Letter, though, they can't turn it in.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, the worst thing you could find is something else for a stone dungeon, which would be Letter. Yeah. But it's not gonna help our logic at all, so we're just gonna ignore it.
Yeah.
It could be a scale.
A scale would actually be interesting for our continued logical mess of everything.
Yeah.
I've actually just gotten highlighted on our notes sheet what is logic, which is most of our songs. Not much of our items, unfortunately.
The songs are in logic.
The items aren't.
Yeah, like, basically the Morpha pack was in logic.
Yeah! The Morpha's pack's in logic. The Graveyard Path was straightforward magic and Requiem, unfortunately, doesn't help anything else.
Yeah.
This lake path is what's giving us a headache.
Mm-hmm.
And the other three paths are, the others aren't helping. That's our logical scale on the Forest Red game. Why is that there?
Wait, what?
That's a logical silver scale, is what that is.
Yeah.
Letter could be in logic to go turn in at this point.
Yeah.
Turns up in spirit.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, okay, we actually have access.
And hover boots are in logic, so that tells us basically nothing.
Yeah. So, but that does give us hovers.
There's a mirror shield in Shadow Temple. Great. Mind you, all mirror shield lock checks are bomb locked.
Yep.
This part of Shadow's bomb locked anyway, so that's more or less a moot point, actually. I'm not too worried.
Yeah. So just going to chat real quick, we did see Lab Dive already. It is a slingshot. It is somehow
out of
behind...
logic slingshot.
What?
An out of logic slingshot.
Yeah, it's an out of logic slingshot because we know our other... Oh, the shoes! The 20 pack!
Wow! Okay, what is that there?
Like,
okay, that's good for Heaps. It's so bad for Rafa.
That's so good for Heaps, but it's one of those, like, Heaps made a lot of sacrifices to save those shoes, and basically just got bailed out, rewarded for that, for no reason.
Yeah, poor Rafa though.
That
We
is
know he
terrible
has to
for
find that
Rafa.
pop bag.
Yeah,
Because that
Rafa
is.
really. Oh,
Oh man,
that
I
feels
don't
so bad.
honestly. Like I understand like why Rafa didn't end up save scumming choose because it's a real pain and it's slow, especially because he's on VC.
Mm-hmm.
But man, does it hurt when the bombs are this bad.
Right. Yep.
Like that's just how the randomizer goes sometimes. It's not even Rafa's fault per se. That like I understand how he ended up in the situation he is, but it feels
Right.
bad to be to have no possibility of getting explosives. Like actually zero because he's not doing 50 skulls for them pump shoot back there. That's for sure.
Right. I mean, you might get desperate at a certain point.
I don't think it's worth it.
Yes, Bombay can be here behind the bow.
It can, yeah. It absolutely can. Unfortunately, the scale was also here behind the bow, behind Longshot.
Yep.
Yeah, Force is
so
entirely in Logic Alfalfa. Despite everything, it is in as to get Furor's here. Nice.
yep. It's in logic and it is behind the long shot path.
Yep.
And there could still very well be something on Bombchu Bowling, something that like hard locks Heaps into this same path. It's just whether or not all of Forest, for example, is actually an investment that's worth it. Because if Bombay is on Phantom Ganon, like the odds that Heaps is going to be able to find a bomb bag behind those chews now, really high.
Yeah. And for those who are wondering, where Rafa could go besides this place without explosives is its Spirit Temple. Makes a lot of sense, I think, is his next play.
Yep.
It's path, it's in logic. He doesn't have a lot else to do, yeah, without explosives. Unfortunately, it's just kind of been Rafa's just not gotten lucky with explosives today, unfortunately. I feel bad about that.
Yeah,
These explosive spots just sucked, especially because it was the 20 pack in Shadow 2.
Yeah. If the 20 pack had been anywhere else, like, I think Rafa would actually be ahead. His routing was better. His execution
His early
was
routing was better. Yeah, but unfortunately, they only got the 10 and the 15 early.
Yep.
They got the 10 and the 5 early, unfortunately, were the two they got in back of CAC and the DMC Grotto. We know one's an HBA 1500, which is behind, Epona's behind Shadow Temple, so cannot get there. Of course, Shadow itself is, of course, inaccessible, and, if you're doing 50 skulls for 20 chews, somebody's got a little punky.
Yeah. We knew it was
Especially
the
given
20
that
pack
30 and 40 are dead.
because they were all hinted.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we knew
that's
where
how we
all
knew
of
it was
the
the
packs
20
were.
packet on that for Heaps, even aside from seeing it on the C buttons. Because I've seen every other chew back where we've got it all hinted. It's so silly.
I am very excited to ask Heaps what his thought process when he saw that chew drop was.
Oh my goodness, right.
Oh, and nothing here in the basement. Rafa is forgoing skulls, it looks like.
Has given up on 20, it seems. I mean, it's absolutely not worth it to do 50, but it might have at least gone for 20 here.
Yeah, yep.
Oops,
Oh no,
gets
Rafa.
flipped into the elevator and gets voided out.
God, and a big chest here.
Oh, Heaps getting nice neighbors game.
Thanks, game.
Great.
Keeping it spicy. Alright. I assume Heaps will finish clearing out Shadow. You've only got one other thing. Yeah.
Yeah, there's really no reason not to.
Alright, let's hope for Rafa's sake that logical bomb bag, path bomb bag is here on Phantom Ganon.
I really, really hope so for him. Because he kind of needs something here. Like, Heaps... I don't know if Heaps actually went to read the Lake Lamp Pit, which is where the Spirit Path to Morpha is, but Heaps might just go there following his Fortress Path, which he does have. That was in River. And just for sheer density, really, honestly, at this point.
Yeah. Heaps is definitely going to go back and do horseback archery.
Oh, for sure. You have to confirm what your Fortress Path is.
Yeah. Slingshot is one of those eye-rolling, groaning, paths.
Oh, for sure.
But from there, I'm not sure if he ends up going back into forest, for example. If he goes to fire, which I think makes the most sense after confirming fortress path.
We have full
seen
cleared
all of
GTG. Or I think Heaps did beat those chests at least, as they stun agony. Oh, Rafa, this just feels bad. This forest was a bust.
That is the perfect cap off to a dry, except for a potential scale.
We found our logical scale. That's
We
the only
found a
thing I can see
scale.
about this forest temple, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Rafa's gonna try the first 2 checks of Shadow. I think he'll pick up his light arrows, and that's about it, unfortunately.
Yeah. And then, I mean, Rafa's going to go Spirit, and hopefully get a Bombay, get on track here.
I think Rafa has to go Spirit after this.
Yeah.
I hope for its sake it's not. There should either be a bomb bag or a key or something on Child Spirit, likely given the slingshot, but Spirit has something. It could technically be bait for the Zora tunic, but frankly, it's not like we've got a lot else going on, and
yeah, it's probably bombs.
but there's so little that's long shot locked, even just looking at that path.
Hey, another bottle.
Our last not letter bottle on Bongo. We got both of the others in the last one's bottle.
Yeah. So the logical scale is only interesting if, like I said earlier, we do find letter in Spirit.
Yeah.
And that could be bad for Heaps, because that would mean that, like, Kokiri Sword and bombs are probably behind that.
Yeah. Did we see Sun's Grave earlier? I
don't think so.
Okay. This is a check. It's just not locked behind a whole lot of anything, really, but it is a check.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Rudo's letter might be locking all of our bomb bags, Kirby fan. It's quite possible. But Rudo's would more or less have to be in Spirit at this rate then, which is itself decently possible now. More or less. I mean, more or less just a big mess, really, is what this is currently, so.
Yep. I didn't see the last skull count that Heaps had, but it's close to 20.
I think it is. He's gonna get the bonus song here. I think you have to go chase your HBA.
So,
no serious business. We have a slingshot on Adult Shoot and the fortress roof, and our slingshot on lab time is distinctly not in logic. Given that our gold scale is on Hyrule Castle Ferry, our logical gold scale is on Hyrule Castle Ferry, and that is behind our big mess that is our bomb bag logic.
Which we may never find.
Yep. And so we very well could have that slingshot be path on Fortress Roof to go to Child Spirit for keys or items or whatever to go figure out why Spirit's path to Morpha, quite possibly also involving this bomb bag logic chain. It's silly.
Yeah, it's kind of nasty.
Rafa's gonna be so disappointed by these fire arrows. 2 big chests in chat, they're hoping for bomb bag or something, and just fire arrows and light arrows. That just feels bad.
Alright, Heaps is going Child. I would guess this is Child Spirit. I am a little surprised that he's not doing Epona's checks.
So am I, but maybe just assuming it's a slingshot and chasing that all the way over here, which Child Spirit will tell us more about what that... It will potentially clear it up a little bit. Maybe not.
Yep.
Because the slingshot doesn't lock much. We know Wood's target was useless.
Yeah.
We're not getting to the Deku tree right now. That's for sure.
Not any legal way.
Yeah. And here's Fire Dip for Rafa. I mean, the first check is in logic.
Yep.
Nothing else is for him. Well, he can't really get further, so I guess he could have something in Lava Room maybe, but we know it's not gonna be a bolt.
Yeah.
He's finding out that it's not bad for the slingshot. He's also gonna clear up finish Goron's city, which makes sense given that path.
Yep.
These are our only logical bow at present is on the GTG Stealth's chest, which is long shot locked. We do know there's one on Tektite Grotto and another on Lower River, but oh, actually no, I just realized the Lower River bows and no, the Lower River bow is behind the scale on Fort Red Post, so it's still.
There you go.
Our only logical bow is GTG Stealth. There's one on Tektite Grotto and there's one in Lower River, but our skills are a collection of. One scale's bomb locked, the other's bow locked. Tektite Grotto is bomb or hammer locked, and hammer is somewhere in the game.
Yeah.
Rafa wasn't Shadow, he had to bail because he didn't have explosives to continue.
Yeah, so for anyone who is coming in... Oh, is that boss key? Right there.
That is boss key. Okay, fast fire, I guess, for what little that's worth.
Yeah.
And he's out of here.
So, Rafa does not have any chews left. There is a 10-pack on 50 skulls, and one behind explosives on horseback archery.
And one on the Shadow Temple pot, which is also extremely explosive locked.
Yep. And Heaps had just enough explosives to get there.
Unfortunately, Rafa ran out of chews about an hour ago, I want to say, and just due to different routing. His early game routing paid out really well for him until the explosives really started to matter, and now it's starting to hurt quite a bit.
Yep.
He is now a full shadow behind, but if he decides to go Forest Temple, he might pull back out ahead. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious how long it is until Heap starts really doing some info hunting.
Don't need to remember to count spirit keys as we find one on the compass chest. Yeah, Heaps is going to go to Domain here, because we didn't see that earlier for him.
Yep. Do you remember where the spirit hint was?
Spirit Path was on Lake Lab. I don't think Heaps ever read it.
Okay.
Heaps did the target in the woods for the huge rupee that was there. We have not seen Child Spirit yet. We assume it either has a key or a bomb bag or something because of the slingshot path, but we don't know what specifically.
Yep. Alright, and just a small chest there. But
Why is Doc not doing HBA? We're not sure either. Who's in the best position to win? We don't know after Zap is a bit of a problem right now. The scene's not been kind. Heaps isn't, I think, a better position with his explosives, but it's not over yet. As I think Rafa is going to go to Child Spirit, is where he's going.
Yep. Which, I mean, depending on how long Heaps kind of, continues doing these checks that Rafa has already done, if it is just Bomb Bag in Child Spirit, that's great for Rafa. Sets him back on the path.
Yeah, and what's basically progression shadow versus non-progression force is about the main substantial difference between the two right now. And I could see Heaps going back to Forest Temple at some point. With a collection of, even though he's missing the Spirit Path, given that he's missing the Spirit Path to more of a hint, Forest might be more appealing because of it, even. Otherwise, yeah, we've got no clue what the Precarious Sword and Hammer are. Our hits are not helping for that right now.
Yep. Alright, Rafa, show us Child Spirit.
Hey, Chuckles! How are our boys doing? We're having a headache on Logic today. Again. With bombs. Again.
Yeah, Rafa still doesn't have any chews, and the 20-pack was in Shadow Pot.
Yeah, which is extremely explosive locked, unfortunately.
But we are optimistic that a bomb bag is hanging out here in Child Spirit behind this slingshot.
Or maybe it's an Adult Spirit behind a key here, but... They've tried, Chuckles. They've tried to find a bomb bag for an hour and 46 minutes. They just haven't had any luck with it.
Yep, they have tried.
They have definitely tried to find a bomb bag.
And we are getting double Child Spirit.
Yeah. Oh, key there on behind the torches. So that does lock up probably adult spirit here for what that's worth.
Big chest.
I mean, that is a big chest. We are near logical last locationing our bomb bag. Honestly,
What?
we're running out of logical checks.
Letter.
What? Slingshot! Why is that our slingshot locked slingshot?
Why does Rafa's personal tracker say go mode?
I don't know. He just unplugged it. I think that was a misclick.
Yeah.
No, that is such a fancy mod for a slingshot. That tells us that our boomerang is also slingshot locked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at least I don't have to worry about Jabu anytime fast. But jeez, that is such a pick. Rafa's in go home mode. You're not wrong, child.
Oh, that's so nasty. I'm very excited.
That is. Alfalfa saying that's the rudest long slingshot he's ever seen. Yeah, that's a really, really bad switch.
Yep. I am excited to watch Heaps' face here. It's the best part about having face cams on our end.
Absolutely. Heaps is not thrilled to see the big chest for starters, and he's going to be even less happy to see the slingshot. Some angry shield flicks.
Yep,
kind of a grumpy face. They are playing
they are playing the same seed.
Ooh, big chest.
It can't be a slingshot at least.
No. Game, no. That's not. That's not helpful, game. It's probably why this place is Path to Morpha, but it's not helpful.
I mean, I would say we were definitely being optimistic that it could be bombs, but I am so mad that that shirt was actually there. Like, we knew it was very likely.
I mean, there's still not much else we have left to do in Logic 4 or bomb bag no matter what now, given that it has to somehow be longshot locked despite everything this seed's thrown at us. Any
quarter hearters in chat?
Yeah, both wallets are probably Gins, given that apparently both tunics lock both wallets. Nice game.
Yep, that's 2 path tunics.
Great help. Absolutely fantastic.
So, hear me out.
Again, there's basically no way poor Rafa gets scaled out by getting a wallet for choose, unfortunately, given our tunic paths.
Yeah. Honestly, what I might do, just because I would be so frustrated at this point, like, where are my things? I would probably take that blue fire that we had and just unfreeze King Zora for no reason. You're correct,
I did note that King Zora skip is banned in these settings, otherwise I think they would have done that a while ago.
Oh, I thought they both still had their blue fire.
I know, they do have their blue fire, but just as a note that they can't KZ skip because that's a great way to get disqualified. Do not recommend it.
No, I'm saying unfreeze him. Not
unfreezing him you can absolutely do, out of logic without wallets, but it is an option.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I would go unfreeze him just because.
To be clear, that the logic does always ensure that the game is beatable. It just might take a while, and it might be kind of convoluted like this.
Yep.
There is a solution. It just might not be a nice one or a simple one.
We know there's bomb bags somewhere.
They could have they might have just needed to go full clear water, yeah, but it's quite possible, though. We do have 2 items left in water. One is on Dark Link, the other is between Bow Target and between Central Pillar and Dragon Chest. So the placement of that Goron tunic makes me think it's more likely the Dragon Chest and Central Pillar is a key, but it could be just this item on Central Pillar instead.
Yeah, because if Bomb Bag is on Central Pillar, that would be hard required at this point to get the keys, right?
Yeah, long shot for Slingshot, for Child Spirit, for the Zora tunic to go, things.
Yeah. And
Actually, no, there was a key on Adul's side too, so Zora Tunic is not behind its slingshot technically. You can get there without it. No. We've got projectiles as both ages of the key from Adul's side. Zora Tunic's not slingshot locked. There is a big chest here though.
But it is slingshot locked. Because you need a ranged weapon at both ages.
Oh wait, no, you do need a that's me being misguided. Never mind that point. Keeps is not happy with himself over dying to that Vemos. That does go bad. Okay, yeah, never mind. So yeah, that Zora Tunic could be it for.
Yeah.
Right. You know that should have made more sense to me, but brain just quit again because my brain's not working today. I'm not sure why.
Because it's a Saturday and we're not made to have brains working on Saturdays.
More likely it's a bit of brain freeze given how cold it is in the Northeast right now. It is currently a whopping 12 degrees Fahrenheit outside here, and pretty similar for Heaps as well because we live relatively near each other. And for our Celsius users, 12 Fahrenheit is equivalent to -11 Celsius. It's cold. Feels like 0 degrees Fahrenheit and nothing -18 Celsius.
Yeah,
it was
Quebec
colder
had it
yesterday.
Alright, so we're gonna see this chest at the same time from both runners.
Yeah.
Rafa basically has to do this as adult because he doesn't have explosives to do this as child. No. Gross. Well, that confirms that our boomerang is behind slingshot at least.
Sorry. Yeah, great boomerang spot game. Absolutely fantastic. Just great. Thanks. That does basically nothing.
I mean, we can't do anything with that except collect some skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think Rafa's going to do 50 skulls for the 10 package shoes
and
that's there.
The really tragic thing for Rafa is that if there is anything in spirit, Mirror Shield is deeper in shadow than he can go.
We do know that it is bomb locked at least. He's almost out of spirit as well. He's only got a couple things left here. I also lost track of spirit keys at some point. Oops. Nah.
There were keys.
Okay, Jen.
That I know.
Okay, I don't think 50 skulls takes some serious dedicated effort to getting those, and you could spend that time that you would dedicate to skulls looking for wherever the hell your logic's gone. I don't think it's worth a 50 skulls dig.
I agree, Inko. I think going back to water and checking Central Pillar for a bomb bag. I mean, just finishing water at that point. Yeah. And at this point, like, they actually can't do bomb tube bowling until they have a bomb bag.
And their bomb bag is, well, this scene's bomb bag. See, this entire scene's 2 hours worth of logic discussions on why we don't have one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our Song of Storms is in ice behind letter, which we don't have yet. Oh man, I really thought Heaps was gonna go on Freeze King Zora. Like, I know he's in fire, but he's saving it.
Yeah. Where is Hammer? Absolutely no idea. Beyond decent chance of being bomb locked? Not really. It's in the game.
It
they'll
could
find
be
it
vanilla.
eventually. It could be vanilla. Well, no. Well, no, yeah, there could be. The key on the Vouch key on the other, No, Mel, we've got a boss key in lava room. We can't climb fire from
Oh, that's right.
Hammer. I had to think about that for a second before I could word it properly. Again, I'm not braining for some reason.
I forgot that we saw boss key already.
Yeah. We would have had to have a key on both lava room checks to have it be a hammer possible of being in fire, which it cannot be at this point. Well, I guess it could be lava room bomb.
It could be, yeah.
That's the only place it would be in fire, but that's it.
Which, I mean, that would be just so unfortunate for Rafa. And the way this is going, that feels exactly like the kind of luck that he has.
Yeah, I'm honestly also surprised that DocHeaps hasn't gone back to HBA just to see if his Kokiri sword is there. Like, he really, like, he doesn't know Spirit's Path to Morpha, and besides, it hasn't helped him. Well, I guess he knows for sure his slingshot does block all of his slingshots.
Yeah.
Given, you know, the slingshot and boomerang locations, which is hilarious, but it doesn't really help him in much of anything. Seriously though, shout out to these slingshot and boomerang locations.
Yeah.
They're in such dreadfully terrible locations. The central pillar here for Rafa, you should have enough time, it'll be tight.
Well, he has a tunic, I believe.
Oh, that's true, he got the tunic from Metal.
I don't know if he scummed it or not, but...
I don't know either. Vivagia Maylock Fire Temple. It's either Vivagia and or the basement loop that has at least one key to continue past the elevator, and we don't have a hammer.
So Rafa, I don't even think did the peak. Part of that is the... This is nothing, it looks like. Okay, hammer's not here.
Okay, no. Not for Rafa, not for Heaps.
Alright, central pillar was the key. Alright.
Yeah, but to make the logic work, either slingshot locks bomb somehow, or slingshot isn't a path item in Fortress. That central pillar key does mean that there is a key. There isn't. Our remaining two items in water are the dragon chest and the darkling check.
Yep.
Which is exactly where Rafa's going, because where else are we going? Really, at this point. Like, it's a good thing that Rafa got the key from Central Pillar, because it was that or bow target for his remaining key to get to Darklink.
Yeah. And I mean, at this point, I don't know for sure, so you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but Dragon Chest would have to have our bomb bag to make this make any sense, because there's a bomb locked.
Dragon Chest isn't longshot locked, though. It's just access to water and a strength upgrade, Mel.
Yeah, but
it can't be Darklink because
it is longshot locked because of, well, no, yeah, because the keys for Darklink.
No, you can get to Dragon Chest from the basement floor with the strength upgrade.
I know. I'm just thinking about the fact that, like, we have a bomb locked key, but you can do it without. Yeah.
Yeah, Darklink cannot be our logical bomb bag. It could be an out of logic bomb bag. Darklink is behind a key on Morpha, or no, behind it. No, key on Morpha's 6th key, but key on Cracked Wall because it's a key on Morpha and boss key's vanilla. That's what it is. Yeah, yeah, Peggy. Okay, well, so what I'm getting from the hint is, what the hell's going out here? Yeah, we have cleared field. There was not much of anything in it. Other than a bow and Tectite grotto, which is more or less not particularly relevant to much of anything. Beyond its bomb or hammer locked, but that's not going to save us from anything really, so
Yep. Happy
2 hours. And small chest on Darklink. Rafa is going to do Dragon Chest from here. This cannot be our logical bomb bag, but this could be something else.
I don't think it's Happy Benji.
Not truly. This is rather pretty big mess.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see what is behind Mirror in Spirit, because those are new checks. Dragon Chest could be very interesting. It's not going to give us any logic. Neither are these mirror checks, but, like, if there is a hammer, for example, here, that really helps Rafa. Kokiri sword, I don't think can be here.
No, Kokiri sword can be here if the slingshot's the path.
Yeah.
Like, as far as we can figure, the slingshot is path, given our other slingshots. Small chest on Dragon Chest, though. Yeah, our other slingshots are Lab Dive behind Hyrule Castle Fairy, which is hard bomb lock for, you know, everything. And Child Spirit's the other slingshot, which is, again, slingshot locked because our boomerangs on the Spirit Sunblock room, which requires a child projectile weapon, aka the only slingshot we have in the game.
Okay, so I feel like Chickens has to have something at this point because there's nothing
actually
left.
running really hard out of checks. Yeah, you're not wrong. Non-jokingly, we're running out of checks in or out of logic. Like, Spirit only gave us a boomerang and a Zora tunic, neither of which immediately provide anything currently.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 20 skulls and
too.
chickens are like the two things that we have left.
We have just about done everything else in Seed, yeah.
Yep.
Including all accessible fairy fountains, including 10 skulls, including all of Goron City Lost Woods, like the various bumbles, like we've seen just about everything. We cannot get to Ice Cavern, at least not in the rule set. We've done Target in the Woods, we did that a while ago, given how, whatever, you know, the slingshot path.
Yeah. I'm curious if Heaps picks up the boss key here in Spirit. Oh.
He might. Oh, big chest. That's a funny lens game. That's a really funny lens. But Mel, I'm.
That can't be. I mean, that.
That cannot be your logical bomb.
It can't be our bomb bag, but it could be Kokiri's sword or hammer still.
It could be. But no, it's feeling a lot like 20 Skulls or Chickens has our Rita's letter, frankly, to go finally dig up our...
very likely.
To go finally do jobbing, I guess, for our logical bomb bag when it's gone off to. With the logical silver scale from Forest Temple Red Coat. If Stone Forest, I should add.
Oh yeah, I hate all of this.
Hey, the Silver Gauntlets rating with a party of 29. Welcome into a logical disaster.
Welcome
we
in.
We are 2 hours and 3 minutes in. We don't have a bomb bag. We're down to 20 skulls and chickens, apparently, for the logical bomb bag.
Yeah, and it can't be 20 chickens. It can't be chickens.
It can't be chickens or 20 skulls for the logical bomb bag, but it has to lock the logical bomb bag because we have this to do in logic.
Yeah, sorry, 20 chickens was, yeah, one of those probably, like you said, has to have our letter to lock one of the other...
Yeah, so 20 chickens. It's been 2 hours, my brain's not working today.
Chat,
but there's likely Rita's letter for bomb bag and job is where it's probably at.
I do enjoy chickens a lot, but even I would say no to 20 chickens.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking like Longshot Bow to scale for letter turning in code with a side dose of boomerang behind the slingshot as well on Fortress Roof because the seed hates us.
This is awful. And depending
Heaps
on
has enough chews to not care about bombs. Unfortunately, poor Rafa has no explosives at all.
Yep.
And we know that he has to find a bomb back effectively.
Yep.
We know where all 5 chew packs are in the game. One was the 5-pack was in the back of CAC. We got a 10-pack out of the DMC Grotto. Those are the only 2 that were available. Rafa's already used all 15. The remaining 3, 2 of them were hinted on HP 1500 and 50 skulls. And the final one is in the Shadow Temple pot, which is very, very explosive pot, unfortunately. Rafa, and because both of our tunics are apparently path today, we're not getting wallet.
Yeah.
Which technically Rafa could grind to 50 skulls for the 10-pack, but I think it's faster to just find the logical bomb bag.
Yeah. So, Heaps is reversing. We will finally see horseback archery, which will, I mean, I would assume Heaps is gonna just do 1500 and get some safety chews.
I think so. It is a 10-pack. Why not? Yeah, here is no bomb bag whatsoever. We're running out of checks to do. It's 20 skulls or chickens to give us a Rudo's letter, probably, just because we've run out of stuff. This claim check is not helpful. We do know Big Oron is dead.
There should not be any wallets cited.
No, Purple. We have a vanilla Goron tunic guaranteed path to Volvagia in Goron City. and our spirit double Path and Morpha turned up a Zora Tunic and a Boomerang.
Yeah.
We do know Central Pillar is a key, and Cracked Wall is
Chicken.
also a key. So Boomerang could lock the bomb bag, but it's also just as likely the Zora Tunic. There is at least wallet. Yeah, basically the wallets are not showing up. They're probably in Ganon's levels of not showing up, given our Tunic's path.
Yup. Which, it's so funny, Silver Gauntlets had a multi-world race going on. No spoilers, please. But, I feel like there's a chance that the logic in that was less convoluted.
Yeah, it's a vanilla path going on Tunic in this scene. It's great.
Alright, Anju, do you have our progression?
We're running out of things to do. It's kind of ridiculous. And why is that? Hammer. Yay!
Hold on. Bow.
Bow's not path then,
Bow's
because.
not path.
But so what's a Crater Fairy, I guess, becomes the big.
Wait, didn't Anju have our iron boots too?
Yes. Why is that there?
I don't know why that's there, but like.
That is big for Rafa. Don't do when Heaps is getting to chickens and all things.
Who's got a? If you have the Silver G Hammer emote, very appropriate.
Very, very appropriate. Let me go put it in chat myself.
Yeah, I'm not sure when Heaps is going to think to do that.
I think he goes forest and finds his logical skill before he goes to do those chickens.
Yeah. I don't know. I think if he finds Kokiri Sword here, there's a strong chance that he does chickens, having Sunsong.
Yeah, if he finds K-Sword, but we don't. But there's no guarantee he will, given our collection of everything.
But that is going to help Rafa
a lot. And
no,
that's a bomb-locked bomb bag.
That is a bomb-locked bomb bag. That is so mean.
Game, why is that there? Oh wait, that is a hard bomb lock for poor Rafa. As mentioned, he cannot get bomb shoes guaranteed.
Like, we knew that we were finding a path bomb bag somewhere in here.
That's just mean, though. That's just mean.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, so the thing is, the hammer itself is not remotely resembling longshot locks. Hovers are not longshot locked. Well, actually, no. Hovers are behind the forest.
So we're gonna find letter in fire.
We might find letter. I mean, there's got to be. We don't think it can be a bomb bag directly because hammer's not behind longshot, which has to be Path to King Dodongo. So there has to be something else a little bit more complicated going on.
Yeah, and our tunic is behind just the strength, which was free.
Yeah, strength or
hovers though.
Hovers with Colossus Arch. We can get forest right before this. Get those. Now.
Oh yeah, because we have a hammer now.
Yep, and hammer gives us a bow without longshot for GT chest alphas.
Yep.
So yeah, this cannot be bomb bag directly for Rafa, but this very well could be Rudo's letter. We're thinking at this rate, honestly.
And I mean, letter would still be good because if I mean, we still don't know where our Kokiri sword is.
Oh, absolutely.
None of that matters until Rafa finds either the logical bomb bag or an out-of-logic bomb bag somehow, but
he absolutely needs
explosives. Can't, as far as we know.
Yeah.
He's not finding more chews.
He cannot find a wallet, basically. Like,
he can't find a wallet.
Like,
what if
he
a
pretty
wallet...
much has to find a logical bomb bag, just about.
What if a wallet is on Volvagia?
That would be incredibly silly. It's possible.
Just one wallet hanging out here on Volvagia. Oh, that's not a wallet. It's
What was that?
related to a wallet.
Was it just the money on Revolve?
Yeah, just $5.
Yeah. Thunder Hammer was on Wolvite. It was on Chicken, sorry, brain.
Heaps is going child.
So? Where's he off to next?
I mean,
DMC character makes sense for Rafa.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense to me if Heaps opted to do chickens now, like just, grin and bear it. Ooh, lens minigame and bomb chew bowling. Get your guesses in chat, everyone.
Yeah, bowling for Heaps. I hope he goes chickens after this for his sake.
Yeah.
Rafa wants Heaps to not find Hammer for a while, but Heaps, of course, wants to get that Hammer in this child cycle. We don't know.
Yep.
And does DMC Fairy help us with our conundrum, or is it 20 skulls? Or could it be the fire basement loop as well, because that's logic at it?
Terrible.
Nope. It's not those arrows, that's for sure.
Did we ever see Trail Fairy, though?
No we didn't. Good point. That is available with a hammer.
Yeah. Oh!
Game! Why?
I mean, the likelihood of one being here was pretty high, but it feels so bad knowing that Rafa has no options. Like,
Game, why? That just feels bad.
that is so rude.
That's just bad. Our two checkers in the shadow and spirit allies and opposite orders, that's fine. Airstrike 3! Why is OGC now looking like a really great idea? Game? Hello?
I don't like this. I mean, why? Okay, I think Heaps is picking up a skull here that he hadn't yet. Which I should put him, again, pretty close to 20. I don't know exactly where he's at. Don't die. Alright, 18. So, he will do chickens when he turns in 20.
Logical bombs cannot be at these areas, because we can figure it is likely that Riddle's letter is either they were in 20 skulls or in the fire basement loop here, because we're running out of checks to go open up where our logical bomb bank's gone off to. And apparently, as we have just confirmed on the side of on Heaps' side, poor Rafa really does have to find that logical bomb bank, because he's not getting either of the other two. And we know he's not going to get he's not going to be able to get shoes either, because this game's just been brutal.
Yeah.
Like, this is the hardest I've seen someone get bitten by not having shoes in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually...
Like, it can hurt. He actually, his early game routing he used a bunch of chews on clearing a lot of overall checks as child for efficiency, which helped him early. Unfortunately, this game really, really, really wanted you to save enough chews to go do Shadow, apparently, and that's what's hurting Rafa. And that's just rando, but it's heartbreaking to see it bite him this hard.
Yeah, like, the biggest difference, I am going directly back to something that, like, I said it at the time, Rafa choosing to do Goron City Maze with those shoes.
Oh geez, yeah, that was a specific big use of his shoes.
I mean, that was the difference.
And maybe shouldn't have saved that BGS, honestly.
Yeah, especially knowing that you have access.
I think he was hoping for a Kokiri sword or something at the time, just
and it entirely was just a decision that he made. It wasn't right or wrong. We just know now how punishing that was.
Yeah, unfortunately, in hindsight, that's the biggest F there is for poor Rafa this seed.
Yep.
And oh man. I mean, he just has. I mean, because Heaps is here in Night Graveyard as child. I think he's going to get chickens here, so.
Yeah.
And Medallion Layout should be fixed now, by the way. Yeah, Rafa has to find his logical bomb bag. It is very likely that he almost certainly has to go do so, given that unless he manages to get lucky and find a wallet here in Deep Fire and doesn't get locked out, that's about the only chance he has of maybe skipping logic. But the odds of that are kind of low. We've got get confirmed Goron Tunic path, likely Zora Tunic path.
Alright.
So there's a real chance both walls are just sitting in Gannons today, honestly.
He's not changing time of day.
No, he's gonna go turn in 20 skulls first, which is going to give us more info on... I mean, we are out. We're pretty much out of logical checks, and that purple rupee ain't it. So, OGC, I guess?
Yep.
Maybe... I think some amount of fire is in. We did get at least one key in the basement loop, but...
Yep.
Well, we got 2 keys in the basement loop, had to be for Rafa to get here, but...
Alright, so... Keeps not doing chicken? Oh, okay. I was like, what's happening? Yeah, Rafa has no choice but to find wherever the bomb bag is. We are expecting to find a letter, I would say. Unless, of course, that wallet shows up here. We won't find 2.
We won't find 2.
Could find
we
one.
might find 1. It is possible. It's not the most likely, but it's not the highest chance.
Yeah. It happens I would say hilarious number of times where it's still funny when it happens, but it doesn't happen often enough where it becomes its own
a regular running joke, the way like Double Magic and Shadow is. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Scarlet, there is a chance that Rafa can find a wallet, but because our Goron Tunic is vanilla and confirmed path, and our Zora Tunic is like a 50-50 path, I want to say, as Heaps finds his hammer, the odds of a wallet being available are slim. They're not 0. There is a possibility there is a wallet here in Fire somewhere, but it's not high.
Yep. Yeah, so that's like the biggest difference that you're seeing between these 2 runners. You can see Rafa completed Fire, which is great. Heaps has Shadow completion. It's more that Rafa cannot finish Shadow until he finds explosives.
It is just not possible, and unfortunately, these explosives are almost forced to be his logical bomb bag. We know both of his other bomb bags are hard bomb locked on HBA and Bombchu Bowling of all places.
Yeah.
And we know that all Bombchu packs are he has found 2 Bombchu packs: DMC Grotto in the back of CAC, 5-pack and 10-pack. Unfortunately, he's already used all 15. And his remaining 3 Bombchu packs are all unavailable. He knows where 2 of them are. He just can't get the one on HBA, and he doesn't want to go get the one on 50 skulls. And the only pack he doesn't have, and the only other pack he doesn't know about is in Shadow Temple, unfortunately, which, well, Shadow, again.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
and I mean...
It's the whole thing.
Yeah, it's not...
It's looking highly likely that Rita's letter is our next logical location, presumably on OGC, or I think his words probably at, to get us our bomb bag, because it's our only remaining logical location. It's not directly longshot locked, so it cannot be the longshot immediately, or bomb bag immediately.
Yeah.
But we're running out of things to do in logic.
Yeah. Yeah, letter or K-sword should be
available
soon.
Yeah, we can't do Lax. It's behind Deku Tree, and Deku is, well, Deku. You kind of need to go here to get in there. And do know that Boomerang could also have been the path in spirit for Morpha. Probably both, frankly, but anyhow. There's our Kokiri Sword. Fire map chest. That's a spot.
I don't know...
That is available without bomb bag for Rafa, because he literally could not have broken logic to get that.
So
that is in logic.
First bomb bag on Goma?
No, it's not longshot locked, Mel, remember?
Oh yeah. No, the slingshots.
Oh, Goma could have it, yes, sorry. Not the rest of Deku.
Yeah, no, Goma. Yeah.
Rudo's letter could also be in Deku Tree at this point. This does open up a few new logical checks, most of which are not Longshot locked. Note why we're discussing Longshot locks is because Longshot is confirmed path to King Dodongo and Lake, and we have not figured out why.
So, I think one of the scariest things here, knowing that oh, that's not Bolero. Now that we know that Kokiri sword is there, does Heaps actually go back into fire? We know why Rafa's here.
He's just running out of things to do, and that's why he's here, yeah.
Yep.
But does Heaps continue, or does he not? I mean, he's got all of Forest, I think he still got some overall to do. I mean, yeah, Forest and Finishing Spirit are Heaps' main other options.
Yep.
He did do the courtyards ages ago on Heaps' side, but he hasn't done the rest. And he could decide to go chase that bow over there, though Yeah, progression. For right now, Heaps is doing progression. He does have to kill wolves, so he's doing that. Rapa's interestingly marked go mode on his personal tracker, even though he still doesn't have explosives to finish the scene with.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose in Rafa's case, he is functionally in go mode. I can't remember which of the runners in chat says that there's no such thing as a no mode. There's just, when do you change to, that you can complete the seed at this point, and Rafa is there. He's either going to find Bobs in Deku or find Letter
to go get his bombs at this point,
and be able to go get bombs. So, like, Rafa functionally is in go mode.
It's just a matter of how long it takes, and he's still all of Shadow behind effectively behind Heaps, which is a big issue.
Yeah.
Shadow is long, and Heaps needs to probably do Forest at minimum for Rafa to catch back up. There's just only some minutes left.
Yeah. So Heaps only has Twin Roba left in Spirit.
Rafa does not need a Mirror Shield. It's in Shadow anyway, but he doesn't need it because Spirit's a stone.
Yeah. So Heaps needs to make the decision here to kind of commit to fire. For this to be a, like, done deal. Otherwise, Rafa could very well come back if Heaps goes off on these tangents.
Yeah, because he does have that option. But man, this is, again, I think this is the hardest I have seen someone got bitten by Chew usage is just this.
Yep.
There is no alternative for poor Rafa besides finding a bomb bag, effectively. He's not finding a wallet, he's certainly not finding his other 2 bomb bags, and we know where all of his chew packs are. He has the only available explosive he has is it is going to be wherever this logical bomb bag's at.
And he's opting to go mode, which, as we said, makes sense with that slingshot, but I mean,
he knows the rest of this cannot be his bomb bag, yeah.
Yeah, but
and I think he's
Cat's pointing out it could be a wallet. There could be Letter here. Letter's gonna be on Goma if it is, but
yeah, a wallet could be in Deku because Kokiri sword's in fire behind the wallet, yeah.
Yeah.
Or kind of Tunic, I just had to think about that. Heaps does not have strength for you. Oh, he does, he got it from EMT Fairy.
He picked it up.
Just need to mark that on the tracker.
Yeet.
Bomb can only be on the Goma because Kokiri Sword and Fire Temple are not directly bomb locked in any or not long shot locked in any particular fashion. Why is that double magic on OGC game? Really?
Alright, well, Rafa is in this. Heaps is playing Minuet rather than Bolero.
This is good for Rafa. Rafa needs Heaps to do not Fire Temple, basically.
Yeah, that's true, Alfalfa. If Letter is chilling,
then Deku could have Letter anywhere for Bomb Bag and Chapel.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, because Rang was sling-locked.
Yeah. And nice heart piece on Goma.
So Rafa needs to go back in.
Basically, yeah. I mean, he's not got much else left in the entire game at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect,
But
with
he's
only
leaving.
Twin Rova left in spirit,
Rafa's
wait.
playing Prelude. He's playing for Prelude. Lax is where he's going, I think. Lax to a GC.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's true.
Bienvenue,
Lax is
rue
behind.
Jane, avec un raid de 64. Bienvenue à tous, merci pour le raid. Nous sommes à 2h26 d'une seed à 6 entre DocHeaps et Rafa de Losers Bracket Home 2 du tournoi S6 de OoTR. Bienvenue à tous. Nous sommes en no mode comme précédemment, mais aucun des deux joueurs à go mode pour le moment. Ips cherche le KS dans Fire. Pauvre Rafa, il faut qu'il trouve le seul bon bug accessible en logique dans cette seed. Parce que aucune des bons il ne reste aucune bonne tube et pour qu'il peut trouver ni les deux autres bons bugs. Malheureusement, il a utilisé tous ses tubes un peu trop rapidement plutôt dans le seed et il ne peut pas finir Shadows sans les explosifs. And with that, I'm back to English before someone yells at me. Welcoming out Raiders. Thanks for the raid, Ryu.
And as someone was asking in chat, what is Lax? That is the light arrow cutscene in the vanilla game.
And there's our loud show
It's
bomb
the
there.
bomb bag! I think that's gonna be Rafa taking this.
It might. I mean, Shadow's longish, but poor Heaps has got a while to go in for Shadow in the forest.
Yep, and this is gonna be one of those dangers of, like, Heaps really managed those 2 resources, was able to do progression, but Rafa having to follow the logic and what was available.
Got him back to it eventually.
Yeah. And that was a bomb bag on light arrow cutscene. Yep.
Yeah, Heaps is using Forest here as a little time save strat. This is not him leaving for fire, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heaps, he got the boss key, he beat Volv, and he bailed out of there. I mean, it's long, it's kind of slow. There's not versus, it's also not particularly indicated by a whole lot of anything. Not that this place is either, really, but...
Yeah.
He just decided to go for forces a little bit faster, I think, and probably similar amount of items, not that I was counting.
Yeah, I mean, he had already started it. It makes sense. But unfortunately, that Kokiri sword being there, you know, the fact, again, that Rafa was forced to follow the bomb logic really, really helped.
Yep. But man, that was a good thing that poor Rafa finally got the bomb bag. But yeah, so welcome into our Raiders. Apologies for spontaneous French for a minute there. I do speak French as well, and I am an active member of the Francophone community. Rafa, in fact, is one of our French runners in the tournament, and did turn it around, thankfully. I was getting worried there, I'll be honest. The whole explosive situation was not a good day. And for him, for a good while. Oof. What a spot for those lighting. What a spot for that bomb back too. Lax of all places behind Fire and Deku. And the only reason it's behind Deku is because of goodness slingshots. Just slingshots. That's what it all loops back to, is just the slingshots.
Yeah, and that's gonna feel real bad for Heaps, you know, when it turns out, you know, you make the right calls the rest of the seed and then the wrong call towards the end. Not that he did anything wrong, it was just wrong for the seed. Yeah, if you did chickens early and you just went and did fire. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it was saying go fire early, and that was unappealing at the time. Because you don't want to fight Volvaggio without explosives. Yeah, exactly. There's no reason to go back into fire, except that, like, Rafa had exhausted every other option.
Yeah, he just literally did everything else there was he could have done without explosives, and that did him win the race. Despite everything, despite how it was looking for a decent portion of the mid-game, Rafa did eventually, following logic, did end up saving Rafa. Like, Heaps went fourth and not back to fire. If Heaps had gone fire, this would be ahead, but...
Yeah, Pyra. It was long shot for slingshot.
Yeah, it was long shot for fortress access for your only logical slingshot on the fortress roof to go do Deku, with a Kokiri sword from fire and beat fire because that was available without explosives somehow to go get your bomb bag of all things.
Yep. Rafa might be a little salty about this chew pack.
Just a bit.
It's like, no. No, thank you. Alright, so while we wait for Rafa to get through the rest of Shadow here, Heaps getting through Forest, we'll see what he decides to do next. This could be close. If he opts to go back into Fire, he can go mode Deku, which is, you know, about 90 seconds, as you saw from Rafa. So it could still be close, but Heaps would have to make a decision, and I don't... I mean, it's that or Twin Rova, so I'm sure he ends up back in Fire and in Go mode before the end here. Yeah, I mean, I think that's it, Chuckles. Exactly. We knew that it had to be Slingshot, so it literally could have only been Goma if it was behind Deku or Goma. But he risked the fact that, like, Letter could have been in there.
Yeah.
Yep, bit of a risk paid out.
Yeah, it did. I mean, okay, so here's the thing, Alfalfa. Yeah, Letter Turn-In's not long shot locked, but the Boomerang is long shot locked behind the Slingshot, because both of our other Slingshots were inaccessible because they were Child Spirit and Lamp Die behind a Scale on Hyrule Castle Fairy, which is hard bomb locked. Everything else about the bomb bag. And the hammer opens Tektite Grotto, so you could have gotten that bow. Despite everything, yeah.
Yeah. How about those paths?
Those paths are so bad. Like, I'm a logic-oriented commentator, but my brain's a bit is a bit frozen today, apparently, and, it's been a mess to figure out.
Alright, there's Bot's key for Rafa, has the small key he needs as well, so gets to just go back and go fight Bongo. Heaps on his way to Phantom Ganon. So we'll see what he decides to do next after that. But it will either be Fire or Twin Rova. The boss key is usually on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, and an ice arrow equip for the fans.
Why not, I guess. Rafa probably doesn't feel too good about
I don't know
how this scene went. I don't know if anyone can.
Yeah,
with how this is going and has
this
gone.
Is still gonna sub 3.
It will, despite absolutely everything. Rafa will sub 3.
Alright, Bongo down. Heaps in the Phantom Ganon fight, so no, not all dungeons. Technically speaking, sure, Forest and Spirit, you could have avoided both of them. Oh, 1 heart.
Yeah, you could have skipped both Forest and Spirit, but things happened.
Yep. Rafa saying no thank you to that bottle.
Does not want to waste those couple of seconds on that.
Nope. Yeah. Knowing, like, how late he got bombed, Rafa probably feels pretty behind.
Keeps taking a stare at this stone of agony, doesn't even bother picking up the medallion. Stone again, doesn't need it. It's not worth the cutscene. He's out of here.
Genuinely, both of these runners getting those Stone of Agonies at the end of Forest, just like, that's exactly what they're feeling, having done Forest.
Yeah.
Alright, Keith is playing Bolero. So should find
too little too late. If he'd gone here into the Forest, he would have won this, but there's a lot of other things that can do it too. Like if Rafa had safe scummed those Goron City Maze shoes, this might be a different story.
Yeah.
If he had chickens quite as early, it might have been a bit different. I mean, it's one of those things where the what ifs that's random.
Yeah, and neither of them like made mistakes along the way. It made sense what they were doing.
Like, even though it might have been the most ideal play, I do understand why Rafa chose to keep that BGS.
Yeah.
But boy, does it hurt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, you're thinking, how late could my bombs be?
They do usually turn up before the 2.5 hour mark.
Yeah, it turns out late.
Extremely late. Like, I think we saw that sub 2:30, I think, but only just barely.
Oh, alright. Heaps in chat, so I guess we'll address the fact that we're actually on a 20-minute delay.
And Rafa was in fact done almost 20 minutes ago, so this is not an issue that Heaps is in chat. As unfortunately, as much as we would all like to think that nobody's a cheater, there has been cheaters in the community in the past. Neither of these two, but there have been people who have unfortunately done things that have resulted in rules to help mitigate it. Yes, spoilers! Rafa finishes in less than 20 minutes from here. He does not die 10 times the cannon.
Yeah, it's probably literally going to be Heaps holding up Kokiri's sword as Rafa guns.
Pretty much, I think.
Yeah, one of the other things our race monitors take care of is making sure there's, you know, nothing fishy going on.
Yeah,
large majority of the running community, very honest, lots of integrity.
Unfortunately, there's always those few, and
yeah, but it happens.
It does. We hate. Please don't, by the way. Speaking as a Challenge Cup organizer, we really, really, really hate banning people. It feels bad every single time, pretty much. Unless he managed to be a jerk-ass who insults everybody and is an absolute, unpleasant member of the community and calls people really racist insults or something, maybe, okay, that's one thing that'll get you banned. A little, but even then it's still like, come on, I don't want to have to ban people. No matter what the reason, it really, really sucks.
Goodbye, bugs. Be free.
Yep. So we would prefer that nobody cheats. It makes all of our lives easier, and I mean, it's just for fun, frankly. Speaking of, on a lighter note, if you want to go join the volunteer team and join us in having fun with these restreams, please go check out the link in the chat that I just put up. We're always welcoming new members of the team. Feel free to sign up to Trumpy or Track.
Yeah, come join us. We're a lot of fun. You learn a lot about the game if you happen to be newer to the community.
Yep, and it's great fun. Mel and I have come together a lot, and it's just good fun to chat with a friend about this race for a good few hours.
Yeah, we've even met.
Yes, we have multiple times in person. It's quite nice.
I am sorry, Archangel Ace. Maybe I can make it less threatening. Come play with us. It's fun.
It is, we promise. Not all seeds are this miserable.
Most seeds aren't this bad when it comes to bombs.
They usually do get their bug back a little bit earlier than the 2.5 hour mark, yeah.
Yeah, Heaps apparently forgot or didn't see the 30 skull hint.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep. Chat's going to enjoy Diesler's fake money today.
Yeah.
Wow, this timing is almost exact. It's a little off, but so close.
Heaves is gonna find that Kokiri sword.
Heaves is gonna hold up that Kokiri sword literally at the done.
Yeah.
Oh. Get your GGs in chat. That is going to be Rafa taking this match. Get an official time in here.
Round 3, yep. GG's.
GG's.
243.58. What a seed. And
hello.
With that, we're joined by Heaps. Hey, Heaps.
Yes.
GG's.
Thank you so much, y'all. That was fun. I enjoyed that so much.
Welcome
and
in,
also
Rafa.
joined by Rafa. GG.
Yo, Rafa, GG's.
Oh, GG's to you too. Yo, the GG's.
So,
how about that seed? Any thoughts you want to share with the class?
It was a hard logic.
This logic was bad.
I think it's a reward.
Yeah, it was a jet until it wasn't.
And then it just sucked.
Yeah, the beginning was so fast, and then nothing.
I think I had DC done in like the first 12 minutes.
Same.
You
Same
both
for me.
did, yeah.
So you also checked the up to DC in adult, I guess.
Yeah, I did DC, and then I didn't have enough bomb juice at the time to check Goron City Maze, but I knew there was a big chest, and so I was like, by the time I did my child segment, all I was missing was hammer and Kokiri sword and bombs. That's it. And I was like, there's a path to Kokiri in Gerudo Fortress, and there's a path to Volvagia in Goron City. I'm like, I'm done. That's it.
Yeah, I was in the same mood.
And then 2 more hours happened.
Yeah, the game said, "Ha, you thought this would be simple?
No.
No.
No, the past must be the most complicated possible.
Yeah.
This was pretty bad. Yeah.
But hopefully y'all were entertained. Look, if you had
That was-
entertainment,
We were entertained. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
let's go.
We were entertained. Rafa, every single explosive that Heaps found along the way was killing us inside
It's
for
just,
you.
Yeah, I
no.
understand. Because if to explain to you, I couldn't do shadow at all until
We knew.
then
Yeah, we
it
knew.
was my go mode, the bomb bag to do shadow temple
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I used all my shoes at the beginning.
no. I had the 10-pack or 5-pack. No, 5-pack? We had a 5-pack.
Yeah,
Had the 5-pack, and then I was like, okay, I'll go do DC because I was like, I'll go peak trail. Found a strength, and I was like, cool. Guess we're doing DC. Did DC. Had one chew left, and I was like, okay, I'll go like do Goron City. I'll peak Goron City. I'll grab the song. I'll save scum my last chew on Death Mountain Crater Grotto, and I used the chew, and there was a 10-pack in there.
you did that too.
You guys both did about the same thing
I
there.
got it too, but I didn't commit. I was
And
like,
so-
it might. Let
I kept the 10-pack and then scummed the hell out of the 10-pack. So walking into Shadow, I had 3 chews left.
I really don't like scamming shoes.
We
But-
noticed, yeah.
When I found out I could do shadow, I was like, maybe I should have. Maybe.
Oh no, because the 20-pack on the Shadow Pot saved your butt heaps.
Oh, 100%. I am fully aware of that.
Oh yeah, I saw it, but well,
It was too
let's
late. You
go.
were in go mode. But no, because Rafa, we knew from our hints that you're not doing 50 skulls for your bomb juice. You're not.
No, thanks.
Yep.
No. HPA wasn't available, and unfortunately, that heaps you. So we knew you weren't getting bomb shoes. We knew you weren't getting wallets because of your tunic paths. And then Heaps, you found both of the other bomb bags hard bomb locked behind Shadow, and so you couldn't do that either. And it's just like, well, that really sucks for Rafa.
Let's
Yeah.
search
He
the
had-
first one.
yeah.
like it,
But in the
he
end,
absolutely
like,
has to find that bomb. He had to find that bomb bag. There was no options.
yeah. And in the end, like, that's really what won the race for you. Keeps
Is he
decided to
stuck to
go do
logic?
Stone Forest, but
Mhm.
you stuck in logic, and all you had available because you had already done Forest was the rest of
Yeah.
Fire. So Heaps, you kind of made that 50-50 at the end that ended up costing the race for you.
Yeah. No, and looking at the time, like had I gone back to Fire instead of Forest, that would have been about 15, 12 to 15
Mhm.
minutes, which I lost by about 10. So
Mhm.
would have made a difference. But, at the end of the day, like you have to make a decision, and Forest still had 6 checks available quickly.
Yeah.
At
I
least
think
3
something
of them
like
were
that, yeah.
quick. Whereas Fire, I had already grabbed 2 chests, so there were a lot of keys in a row for Fire to
Yeah.
go deeper. And so I was like, it's just going to be faster for me to go to Forest. And if I start Forest, I have to finish Forest. Like,
Yeah.
I'd waste too
Yeah.
much time. So I actually, I don't know if anyone noticed this, I scummed Furor's Wind at the top of Spirit.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if this is a Twin Rova seed, I am going to be, kicking myself if I have to reclimb Spirit.
Yeah. I heard you had the mirror shield. I didn't get it. Where was it?
Mirror Shield?
Shadow.
Shadow.
Shadow, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was
was
one
it
of those
the
big
chest?
chests.
Okay.
Yeah, it was before the bow, I think. It was, yeah.
Yeah, in the
Yep.
reded room.
Yeah,
Yep.
something like that. So you didn't open it because you were in go mode and did not have the time to open those
Yeah.
chests.
It
Yeah.
could
And then
have
we-
been the Pharaoh's Wind, but
Yeah.
Shadow
uh,
did have Furor's Wind. Mhm.
yeah, I
It was-
found
the
it
check, yeah,
after.
yeah.
So we did find Riddle's letter, by the way.
Yay!
We went hunting. Rafa found it.
It was a night trial. We couldn't find
Oh,
it.
disgusting.
Yep.
I was going to ask
Classic.
you about that decision, Rafa. You go moded Deku, we assume because you were rushing exactly what was slingshot locked.
Yeah,
No.
because the path for Geodo Fortress was still the slingshot, and I
Yep.
still didn't find anything behind slingshot. So that's
Yeah.
why
Were
I
you
really didn't
concerned?
care about Deku.
Yeah. Were you concerned at all about Letter being there because Boomerang was slingshot locked?
Yeah, with the key logic of Spirit, yeah, it could have been alright, but at this point, I just wanted to do
Yeah.
Gohan.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
Um,
So we were kind of watching. So Heaps, you had exactly 3 chews left. And I know the Goron City maze is a little more, but Rafa, you chose to use some chews on that and saved your big Goron sword. Did you
Yep.
think about scumming that since you had strength to go back
No,
for it?
no,
Okay.
because I have a pass in Lake Hylia that is for
Yeah.
King Dodongo. It must be the bomb bag. Surely it's
Yep.
the bomb bag.
Tech W.
How long could I be without bombs? Really?
Ironically, a really long time.
Very long
I
time.
think I could have finished this seed without bomb bag.
You
Yeah,
could
it
have,
was
I think,
Yep.
Heaps.
Yep, I could have.
With it.
Since
With
you
the
need it
Yeah.
in the logic, you only needed one bomb for the
Yeah.
shadow.
Yeah, and even then, like I had 3 chews. So,
Yeah, you could do everything.
can we talk about though how I had? So I will say I've never done that child Goron City pot strap before.
That's right.
yeah.
So I had 1 check left in Goron City, and Goron City was pointing to Volvagia, and I was like, "Flip! I can't. I am going back child because there was also this. I was like, I want to check target. I want to check the Goron City pot, and I want to check Child Spirit. And I was like, oh, I'll just come back when I get bomb bag. And then I never got bomb bag, and I was like, oh shit. So while I was on the boat in Shadow Temple, I pulled up Arthur's video on YouTube on like how to do Goron City pot with chews.
That's the best strat. Use
That
the
makes
boat.
sense. Chat was calling you out a little.
Yeah, it's because I had no idea how to do
please.
it. Never done it before. That was the first time I've ever done it in my life.
Yeah. Did you consider doing chickens at all before you ended up doing them, Heaps?
I realized it as I was putting the sword in the pedestal after doing Child Spirit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I put the sword in the pedestal and I was like, I should have done chickens. It can't hurt me. It's not that bad. It hurt me.
It's the chickens, after all. Can be here.
Yeah, so I thought about doing it because I had a pretty lengthy Child 1 segment, but like at the end of Child 1, all I was missing was hammer and Kokiri sword. And that's it. And I had so much adult to do that I was just like, I cannot keep putting off adult. Like, I have to go adult.
Yeah.
So it just, again, so happened that that was the one check that I needed to do that I didn't do, even though I had done like Field Valley, everything else. River.
And you had lot to do in adult also.
Yeah. Well, and I was like, I'm gonna get bomb bag in Adult Lake, like we'll be fine. I didn't.
By the way, when I did the lab, I misread the first hint. I saw Lake Hylia to Bongo. The first Lake Hylia hint.
no.
So I was like,
Oh no.
okay, the long shot is for Bongo, so there must be the bomb bag. Nothing. I was like, so this is the slingshot. I read the hint. Spirit pass to Marfa. Wait, what?
Oh jeez, yeah.
Yeah, the Morpha hints were throwing us because we're like, is it actually our bomb bag in spirit then for a key and cracked wall, or is it tunic? Which horrible item are we finding?
And then it's like, oh great, Zora tunic. Well, that kind of makes sense considering that
yeah.
Given we knew that wallets weren't available because of the Goron tunic path, and then the boomerang turned up, and it's like, great game, thanks.
We should have made a wallet hunt.
Yeah. Well, and
I mean, they kind of have to be in like cannons almost. I think we've seen just about everywhere else. It's not Ganons or behind letter pretty much have to be your wallets because we've seen everything else that it could be.
Maybe they could also. No,
No,
not gonna be.
it's not.
No.
No, you
Wait.
can't.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna move
the
skip. Hold on.
Oh wait, no, Deku could be because it is
Kokiri
Tunic.
sword is behind Tunic, yes.
Yeah, that's true. It has to be letter or Kokiri locked. Deku letter locked. I mean, we've seen there's not much that's left that could be that your patents were what they were.
Yeah, bottom of the well was something that very much could have had an item.
Oh, yeah, well, could have it. It could
Yeah,
have
if you had
Storm's
letter.
Lock.
Yeah, because the letter was in Ganon's castle, so anything Storm's locked was really deep in the seed.
Yep.
Yeah.
To be
I didn't even
completely
mention it.
to be completely honest, I was really feeling really behind at the end of the seed, and I was like, I hope there was the ladder somewhere, and Heaps lost himself in Jabu, High Seven in the well.
You bastard!
I already despair.
Rafa's like, I want to win.
Of course, you want to win. Of course.
Of course. I don't blame you for wishing ill on me.
Any other? Oh,
I was just saying it just means that I'm now free to do commentary. So watch out, chat. Like now that I have no more matches to play, you're getting Heaps commentary, which I think is worse.
I disagree.
Heaps comms are great.
Love Heaps comms.
Because now I don't have to plan races, so I have free time.
Yeah, any other like final thoughts, chat? If you had any more questions, I kind of commented on what I wanted to already. Oh yeah, a link to the past for Doc.
Chat doesn't need to know that I'm still like 3/4 of the way through A Link to the Past and stalling. and being in brackets was my way of stalling.
Oh, well, GG's. Rafa, you are moving on. Good luck to you in your next match.
Thanks.
Heaps, you did not O2 this year.
I did not O2. That was my goal, to not go 0-2.
So. Oh yeah, Rafa, you are facing Riley.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
It'll be hard.
Yo, Rafa, kick his ass.
Why everyone wants me to kick the ass of everyone? Tell me that.
So we are in go mode. I think we are fully in like going to raid someone mode, in fact. But Star can confirm.
Yep, we are pretty much done here. What a race. GG's to you both. Good luck next round, Rafa. Bonne chance.
Merci.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, hope to see you on the com side of things, Heaps. It's always fun.
You will. Too Shy says weekly. And I'm like, yeah, I could do a salty run back on weekly. Let's do it. Anyway, I'll quit interrupting. Y'all can take us out.
Hey, all right, thanks, Heaps. So yeah, give both of our runners here a follow. DocHeaps and Rafa, both excellent runners. To stream off into with the various practice seeds and whatnot. Thanks also a lot to Mel, my co-comment, to our two trackers, Sir Nicole Sealand and Lady Draco, and to our race monitor, Snacks.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Yep. Right, I forgot you were still in the call.
Hi, Snacks.
I've just kind of been chilling here. But...
Yo, chilling with Snacks.
So coming up on the schedule, the Skyward Sword Randomizer bi-weekly, monthly, back in Timeless race is wrapping up over on CSR2 at present. We also have coming up in about a little over half an hour, we'll have these any weekly race for OoTR. We'll also have a little bit after that to any weekly will be on CSR3. Then here on this channel at 6 p.m. Eastern, we'll have Losers Round 2, another match between Scarlet and Louis Ferns. Hope to see you all back here in about an hour for that. We'll also have at 9 p.m. the semifinals game 2 of the More Mask Randomizer Mystery Tournament Season 1 between Revan and Pixel Shake. And at 10 p.m. Eastern, we'll have the Breath 100% 2022 Grand Finals between Player 5 and Xiaoxiami. We've got races coming up tomorrow, including several tournament races and the EU Weekly race, plus a couple of others besides, including our first race stream of the tournament for the Link to the Past Randomizer spoiler tournament winners round 2 here. So should be fun. In the meantime, though, that's going to be pretty much it here for us tonight, at least for now. Thank you for watching, all, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.